Buonasera.
Well, we're actually live.
I think I did that just before you said what you just said.
Let me just see that we're actually live.
Well, yes, that's probably a very good start.
Oh, would you like to change the category that we're in? Because at the moment we're in The Last of Us 2.
No, I did change it.
Oh, okay, then it's just my phone. Never mind.
Hey, tabletop. Yes, we are. We're doing a live sound test while we're here. Welcome, everybody.
Oh my god, that looks ridiculous. I love it.
Better than our first days.
Yeah.
That's very true. This is an improvement.
If you can hear us, please comment below.
Yeah, look, if you can hear us, that would be great, and tell us how we are going with our sound.
Wait, we're not live anymore. Wait, are we? No, we're live. Sorry, I'm just being paranoid.
That's okay. Yeah, a live sound test. So while we do the sound test, let me regale everybody as to the circumstances behind our conundrum. As you can see, we're all side by side because we're using 2 cameras and 2 microphones. And the reason for that is my motherboard decided on the trip here, or beforehand, or sometime, to cark it. Absolutely cark it. So, Han, the DM, welcome. Tabletop, welcome. Talera. So that's what happened. So unfortunately, it is kaput. Hey, kaput. So we're going to have to just, we have very, very quickly adapted. We will adapt. Just like the Borg say in Star Trek, if anyone knows Star Trek well. Malik, welcome. So we're testing out sound, everybody. So we'd love for everybody to tell us how amazingly terrible that we sound.
Can I do a test 1, 2 down this end?
Yes, please do. Let's do some testing. Go.
All right.
Did we need that on mine?
Wait, no, we've only got one mic.
That's not working. Okay, alright. So test 1, 2.
Hello.
Hello.
Also, hello.
I'm just going to do one from down.
The one with Gandalf talking to Spock. Yes, that's the correct one.
Can you do a gunner impersonation while you're down?
Can you do a gunner impersonation, please,
Yeah,
Rock?
do the gunner voice.
Go.
I'm put on the spot now. Test 1, 2.
Amazing. That was great. For you, at least horrible for the party members. Okay.
Should we gain it up?
Sounds like they're at the end of a tunnel. Yes, we are a little bit gainy. So let's put the gain up. Thank you very much, Malik.
Are you doing that on your end? Or
I will put that on my end. Sound a little quiet. Let's gain it.
Let's gain some.
What am I doing? What
XP.
the? Oh wow. Okay. Let's just get. Okay, I can't seem to do that. That one and that one and nope, not that one. And that one.
Very fitting end. We're all gonna die this session.
Not a
TPK.
strict cast, technical difficulties.
That bitch!
F that beat.
She's broken the 4th wall.
Let's do another sound test now with a bit of gain.
How do we sound with more gain?
Gaining the gain up of the gains.
Got some gains.
I've got this cool spell, Gain.
Now that
What is that?
How did we sound, everybody? How did they sound?
A little gain over here.
Yeah, single table MVC. Lots of tech issues. We love tech issues. Sounds better. Okay. Could it sound even better, Ham? The DM. Could it be a little bit gainier?
I've just played with something on the mic, so I guess we'll just see.
Let's see how we go. Another test, please.
Oh, testing.
Thorum's gone to sleep. He's being chloroformed again.
No, we're right in front of ourselves this stream.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah.
poignant role playing, big spells, dead bad guys.
Are you a game?
Now that
How did we sound then? I appreciate it, Ham.
I feel like this is as good as it's gonna get.
You reckon? Yeah. Did you put up the gain a little bit again?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. We'll have a look. Let's have a squiz.
Hey, this is like a once in a lifetime like opportunity. You're seeing FATES Grip in a line
We're aligned.
We are aligned for once.
I guess if you redeemed a dance, it would be a line dance.
Oh, we love that.
Why?
Do the do-si-do. Thank you so much. We're going to bring in our lovely... Yeah, it is a panel, isn't it? A little bit. I'm almost ready to ask some questions.
Con.
Yeah.
It's FAQ.
Whole table is exposed. That's
How do you
right.
guys set up your stream?
Well, look, it looks like we sound okay. PW2011, if you'd like to enter again, that would be fantastic.
Enter.
Our whole table is exposed. Yes, we're aware. Thank you.
Obviously, we don't have the characters and all them, but we had to get a new overlay prepared quickly as well, which is why the lovely Amara did that for us. So,
Lovely. That's the first compliment you've ever given me.
it's not
Didn't he give you a
true.
big
I'm
shout out?
joking.
Yeah,
I'm
you got like a
joking.
10-minute
I'm joking.
shout
I
out.
felt like a dick as soon as I said it. So thank you. Thank you for
Beautiful.
reminding me.
Beautiful.
You're welcome.
Aeoncraft, welcome to our amazing stream
Welcome to Script Con.
of tech difficulties. We love it.
The adequate Amara. Team Lava.
Beautiful. We love that. We love
Oh
it.
yeah! Hey, we've got a new emote. If you would like to hit on the cactus, that is Prickly Pete the emote.
Slap that cactus.
When did we get that?
I made it the other day.
That's cute.
Oh, I should put the shout out on the screen. So
This is
everyone-
making it worse.
Stream info updated successfully, Aeoncraft, so thank you very much.
There you go.
Aeoncraft.
Thank you.
Hey, there's Prickly Pete. Look at
Jesus.
him.
Oh, Prickly Pete is there. That's amazing.
We need the
Look at that.
Yeah, is there going to be a Penelope one?
They look the same.
Maybe Penelope can have
Ah,
roses
more
and stuff
prickles.
with her.
Ah, more prickles.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much,
Oh,
Malik.
thank you,
Oh my
Malik.
God.
And thank you so much.
Thank you,
Aeoncraft.
because we are super depressed right now.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, if
Appreciate
you'd
it.
like to donate to the fund of getting Michele a new computer and a motherboard,
Yeah.
we'll put up a donate button or a GoFundMe, because that man has spent thousands of dollars on a computer he can't use. No,
It's-
legitimately, you spend like a lot of money on a MacBook that we can't use.
It's okay.
Um,
It's fine. I will make use of it in some way, but no, that is I appreciate it. But thank you. But thank you so much for the subs as well. What's he need? So Aeoncraft, you were here a bit late, but the reason that it took
Oh yeah, because he works in computers, I'm pretty sure.
okay, I'll talk to you.
We need a motherboard.
We need. Oh, that's okay. I'll talk about this with you a bit later. But
Anyway, let's recap.
Essentially, we're going to recap. It means not enough RAM, and as well as some dead parts. It's fantastic.
Michaela's actually got a beer tonight. No one can see it.
No one can see it, but I have yes.
It's stress beer.
Una birra. Correct. All right, the character names in each other's heads. That's really cool. We should do that. Absolutely. Hydrate.
Have a lot of
That's-
space
You
on
won't
my
s-
forehead.
That's a lot.
You won't see me drink my beer, Aeoncraft.
My favourite
God.
part about that is that you did not flinch. You were just like, yeah, whatever.
Mm.
Okay, let's
Water. Anyway,
No shout outs tonight.
no shout outs.
I would like to do
Oh.
one quick shout out.
That's okay. That's all right.
That's a good
Thank you. Oh, Aeoncraft,
Oh,
thank you. That's really, really kind. Thank you very, very much. And Distron and Strike, welcome. And glad to have you here for the for the late start, but for a cool for a cool session.
Hey, Sam.
Shout out, yes.
Yeah, just one quick shout out. First off, thank you so much for everyone who was waiting patiently for us to get online.
Yeah,
That's
shit.
amazing. Secondly, a bit of a selfish shout out to the group. That was quite a bit of a hustle that we needed to do to get up and running, and
That was a fucked up
some
hustle.
key players here got everything rock and rolling between
Why?
all of us.
Between all of us.
necessarily. We had some technical
Sheldon's a
expertise
fucking
on here and here.
technical specialist.
We had some inspiration over this side.
I handed a
Cables.
screwdriver.
As well done to the group.
Yeah. Excellent work, everybody. Thank you very much for your help
Hey,
with that.
hopefully this means we get to run late tonight.
I know. I'm in the same boat.
No. This boat, we all go down together.
All right, we'll rock it then. All right, let's do it.
All right.
Let's go straight into it. Hold on.
I hate this place.
Well,
Here.
I do.
well, I love it. Let's hopefully you're okay now,
I'm
Malik.
directing is going to be, hey Gunnar, how you going?
All right, I'm Batman. Let's do this. Let's recap. So,
In Batman voice.
no, not in Batman voice. Maybe Talera. You fought and defeated the Lord of Blades, uncovering possible secrets hidden in illusion, waiting for you in Corvair. You found Aaron de Kenneth being a plaything and being tortured by the now dead Warforged ruler, and freed him from his bindings. You heard the quick slaughter of the demons outside by the Forged army, and found yourselves safe, and journeyed quickly back to Pilas Tower, where you tended to counting coin, meditating, and checking in with the manor, while the gnome Dan DeLion started protecting your home with magical spells for haggling costs, while Dravago tended to the maker of the Forged, and Thurum spoke again to his mace of Ado, and Gunnar heard again of Obradin and his control over the Ondarian armies that had attacked Shan.
Together.
Go on. That's the dance.
That's the dance.
That's what you get.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. Thank you so much, Dee.
That's the only dance you get.
Sorry to be detracted from the recap.
That was amazing. No, that was fine. Because that was what D20 wanted, so we give it. So, do a wave.
We did that already.
We did.
Hey,
do a wave.
Need a wave. Oh.
it's delayed, maybe.
Yeah, we did that. It's dewaved.
Shut up.
Terrible.
Johnson.
So, let's head back in. Amazing.
Bring it in, guys.
Bring it in to the scene where Gunnar, you have just heard that Obradin had taken control over the Ondarian army and had attacked Shan, and had then retreated with casualties. Amara being outside after speaking with Sonari, Thorum just having completed his discussion with the mace.
Don't rebel you.
And then Rook counting your stock levels in your special little place in the manor where you concoct certain potions and poisons for your adventures. So, as it stands, Dravago, where are you at the moment?
I did sort of tend to Aaron, make sure he was okay. He fell asleep.
He did, correct.
All the other stuff was going on, so I assume I'd be heading back just down into the general living area.
Okay. So you head back down to the dining room, and you're at the front of the home, where you see that there are people. It's a bit quieter. There's only one or two staff members that are tending to the home, sweeping, doing their daily chores. Outside is beginning to get into the later afternoon at this point. You can see that the sun on the horizon is a deep, deep red and large, and is beginning to just go down past the halfway point in the sky. The trees are swaying in the distance slightly. You can feel a cool breeze. Sort of take stock of the moment and what you just went through with the discovery of Aaron de Kenneth and what happened to the Forged. Who's doing a little dance? Oh, doing the dance at home.
They
Amazing.
all have to dance.
Amazing.
I'm sick of us dancing.
Beautiful. Aeon Craft just straight up no.
Well, too bad I redeemed it. So.
Amazing. So, while you contemplate looking out from the dining room, seeing that there's a few plates of food on the table, sort of a preparation or an hors d'oeuvre type of situation before dinner. You can see little crackers with some cheese on top, a small bowl of fruit, grapes and oranges, and this sort of diamondish purple fruit you've not seen before. What's everyone else doing at the moment?
Am I in the same room as Gunnar?
Yes. You're both still outside on the balcony,
Yeah.
at the front, looking over the front garden, that small tree that Mixade had planted in the middle to then grow to this beautiful oak, looking out into the front of where the border is of the wall and then beyond.
Okay. And all I saw was I was talking at him, and then he glazed over, and I continued talking at him.
Correct.
I thought I told her. Didn't I tell her?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I also told you. What did you say? I don't know. Something along the lines of the Lord of Blades. No,
What? He's dead.
no, I didn't say that. You and I were discussing
Oh,
how
Obradin.
Obradin had attacked Shan, and you're like, we're gonna kill him.
Oh, right. Gunnar, we have to kill him.
I believe it ended with
Yeah,
you
so-
trying to contact Ragat.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember.
And I told you to message Barclays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
So far, no reply.
From Riga.
Correct.
That's not good.
What's wrong?
Can't get in contact with Ragat, so.
Well, he's not replying to you.
No, but I'm pretty sure the DM said that I can tell when it goes through, and this didn't go through at all. Right?
That's correct. It didn't seem to reach its destination for some reason. Its intended target didn't seem to receive that message at all. Something in your mind seems to have been blocked from the magic being thorough.
Wait.
So, wait. Are you saying something in my mind is blocking it? Or it just doesn't feel like it's going to the other end? Is it
It's-
getting out of here, or is it... Like,
It doesn't seem to. As you think about it, and the why behind it not, no one on the other end responding, as you started to cast a spell, you felt Obradin's presence, and the spell stopped. But there was no forthcoming reason from him.
it's not working.
What does that mean?
I don't know, it's never happened before.
Can try someone else. Try me. See if it works. If you have the strength.
Let me check my strength.
No.
I think I do.
Did we? Have we rested yet? We haven't, have we?
No.
No. Okay.
We're fucked.
This doesn't sound like resting music.
This sounds like the motherboard crashed.
Oh.
That was a metaphor, but never
I can
mind.
do it. I can do it.
Okay. Sure, I'll close my eyes. I don't know why that makes it better, but let's give it a go.
Maybe first you should go into a different room.
Oh.
I don't know, there might be a bit of feedback.
What if I try speaking in your head?
No, it was like my spell was stopped.
Okay. Give me a second. And I run back inside.
Okay.
I'll count to 10 and then I'll send her a message.
Okay. Make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Wait.
Mario like down on pipes.
Shut up.
As you start to send the message, even the words forming the message don't seem to come to you. And you
Intelligence saving throw?
yes, please.
27.
Okay. As you attempt, you feel an initial block, almost like a mind blank, like you forgot entirely the forming words of the spell, even to the point of almost forgetting what you were doing in the moment, but then you push past that. And what do you want to send Amara?
Oh my god, come back quick, it's really important.
I visibly freak out and run back out there. I'm like, what?
Did it work?
Oh, yes. Don't do that.
Well, I just wanted to get you to come back really quickly and I couldn't think of anything else to do.
Let me try. Let me try and talk to you. See if it works.
Okay.
And in his mind, I'm just going to be like, hey, Gunnar, can you hear me?
You heard her fine.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. It's actually, I think it's me.
Has this happened before?
Not that I remember, but that doesn't really.
I mean, you don't remember much,
I
so
don't remember a lot of things.
we should work on that.
And you immediately receive a thought in your mind, not your own. And it says, you don't remember much because you do not concentrate. Cha.
That's rude.
You pour and write things down of the present. What you need to do is expand your mind to the past. Think on it. Concentrate on it more, and it will come to you. It is the piece of the puzzle that is missing from expanding your mind to be like mine. To have control of everything. It's a simple test, Cha. You want to kill me. You want to stop me. Fine. But you will not do this with the tools you have with you now. With your friends, with your present targets. It will simply not occur. What you need to do, you need to let me in.
That well-timed music.
I've done that once before. Haven't I?
Can you remember when?
No, but I remember I didn't like it.
And in that moment, your mind does remember a piece. A similar memory. And you're there. Underneath a rock. Chained. But not uncomfortably so. Look down and you see yourself fully clothed with just small shackles on each arm connected to the wall. Your feet are free. Look to your left and your right and you see weird looking contraptions, almost like beds in a hospital of House Jurasco. They're sort of healing halls as such. And on each bed there seems to be a person with a weird looking metal helmet on. Their eyes closed, of different age groups. And you see the line of the rows of people in this tunnel. And then you see Obradin, walking stick in hand, supporting himself, long beard, wrinkled face, just passing by each person, putting his hand. And you know him to be Obradin, because in your mind, it's almost like a familiar feeling. And as he comes towards you and stops in front of you, he gives you a bit of a focused look. And as he puts his hand on your shoulder, he retracts it very quickly. He almost level with you. He puts his face up close. You're going to be a difficult one. And then he recedes and continues down the hall, around the corner, and disappears out of sight. And you feel the weight of Kips on your shoulder. And then you remember this to be only some time, some days perhaps, before the calamity, before that explosion that Obradin tells you about. And then you recall it to be only a couple of days before, and that churning of anxiety starts to fill you. And you're back, looking at Amara.
How long did that take?
He looked only about a couple of seconds. Glazed over eyes.
Did I see myself?
It's almost like you were looking at yourself, yes. Not through your own eyes.
Was I human?
You were changing between human and Verdun.
Okay.
Every so often, every couple of seconds. A sort of not a sudden turn, but a gradual swaying back, almost like a sway. A gradual change and then gradual back.
Okay. Sorry, I
You alright?
just remembered something.
What did you remember?
It's small. I don't know what it means. It was a time when I was held captive by Obradin. was in chains, but was I lying down?
Standing up.
Standing up. The metal, you said strange looking metal, does that look at all familiar?
It seemed like normal iron.
Oh, okay. It doesn't really give me much information, more than I already suspected though.
Are you okay? Do you feel okay?
I feel foggy, but resolved. Like the edges are all blurry. Like the middle is not making much sense.
And then you hear again Obradin, as though he was almost part of the conversation, just step in and in your mind say, each bed contained a threat.
To who?
The world.
You're a threat to the world.
Why?
Because you're selfish.
Is it selfish just simply to want peace? And to finally get solitude?
Yes.
I see it differently. Every one of those that I collected, I had to.
Why should you be the only person who enjoys peace?
Perhaps you are right. My next thought was because I deserve it. So maybe that does make me selfish.
And what have you done that deserves? Oh, you're waving.
Yeah.
What have you done that you deserve solitude and peace over everybody else? How have you earned it?
Even if I said I had, I don't think that you would believe me.
You're avoiding my question.
I'm avoiding it because it's irrelevant.
It's
No
right.
matter what I say, you will not see it as reason enough, I'm sure.
Well then, why are we having this conversation?
My initial reason was to make you see some of what you have been missing, the pieces which you are trying to put together. You are special. And I want you to know that. Every other person in that tunnel whom I collected, they were disposed of for you.
I didn't ask for that.
You needed it, but you weren't aware of it at the time. Each one of them would have hunted you. The hundreds of power-hungry psionics. Those other people with your abilities, hungry for more. I saw into their minds and I saw what they truly wanted. They wanted to extract every ounce of magic, to drain you.
How do I know that you're not just another one that wants to do the same?
I'm trying to make sure that no one else does it again. This whole world is hungry for power, whether it be by magic or by means of a crown or by means of land. It's sickening. I thought I was doing myself a favor by collecting the psionics first, but it seems like others have taken their place. Armies, warlords, rulers. But they will have their time. I want you to be at peace like me. In the end, we can each split the land if you really want to. I wish not even to be a part of it. But if that's what you think is valuable, then so be it. I just want to be alone.
So leave.
Everywhere I go, and I've tried this, it's been a mess. Chaos. Hierarchies. No.
If I find you peace, will you leave Corvair?
You can find me peace.
Yes.
And how might you do that?
If I knew I would give that to you already.
Well, make a persuasion check.
Is he speaking out loud, or is he just glazed over again?
Glazed over.
Glazed like a donut.
Yeah.
Hey! 9. You can send donuts to.
Know this. Peace does not simply come with death. It does not come with moving planes of existence. I have played these scenarios in my head. I have even tried to let them come to pass. I simply want to exist. And no matter what you can say you can do, I've exhausted that option. I can make...
You. I am not you.
All I ask, if you do not wish to learn from me, if you do not wish to know your memories, which I can give you back, because I was there, if you do not wish any of this, Gunnar, then just leave me be. Let me do what I need to do to this world. And at the last, know that all of your friends will share that same fate.
You're the one who's contacted me. You're the one who interferes in our lives, not the other way around.
I did that because I thought I could convince you to come with me.
Can I just say while we're talking, I'm trying to look inward and search for the source of his presence inside my head. Is there a way I can locate it?
Make an Arcana check for me, please.
Oof.
Eek. Ooh.
So, yeah,
It's an actual 20.
Oh! Whoa! First roll of the night.
25.
Well, it isn't, but
beautiful
25.
Kraken.
Okay. Well, as you concentrate on Obradin, your mind digs deeper, and you can almost, as though you're walking down a hallway, as you're speaking to him, you can hear your footsteps on glass, that sort of sound, soft slippers, and you continue your way down this endless path, almost like the byways, where there are doors, but the doors are simply openings. And you can see that through each archway, along this twisty, winding road, they open up into the same place. All of them. All of the thousands of places. Because your focus on him is so complete. None of these entranceways are different. And you can see that Obradin is pacing. And looking down. Thank you so much, Kahu. Thank you very much.
My
That's
mum
very
will
kind
enjoy
of
that
you.
subscription.
Lol.
No, genuinely, she watches every week.
Amazing. Thank you very, very much, Kahu. As you look at where Obradin is, he is.
Dancing.
He's dancing because we need to
Oh!
do a flow. I
was
already
like-
knew it.
I thought Michele was like dancing because he wanted to.
I did.
like
I
some
assumed it was for
spellcasting
me. I'm doing sort of a, like a Orinoco flow, like Enya.
Can I just say as well, like, I'm trying to, through this process, I'm trying to
This is so uncomfortable.
divide my attention
Yep.
into two spaces. And I'm trying to, on one side, keep him preoccupied with this conversation to distract him.
Interesting.
And I want to approach him, if I can, through this space without him knowing.
Got it. He is pacing rock, a cliff, where he's walking in between massive, sleeping dragons. And he's simply observing them. They're in their huge bodies, the scales old. These are worms or great worms, the oldest creatures in Corvair, as far as myth and legend were to agree upon. These gold dragons, their scales still whole, but almost glazed over time of wind and water and the sun. Oh, and they've just gone a deeper, beautiful gold. And you suddenly appear behind Obradin, his back to you, and you're keeping pace with him over these cliff rocks, basically.
I
And
wish
he-
the world knew what ghosting was.
And you haven't he hasn't been alerted to your presence, it seems,
Does this appear to be inside my head, or is this something I'm seeing that's in the real world?
in the real world now. You seem to be feeling the rocks under your feet. You seem to be keeping up with him as he's going past silver dragons with their scales and their enormous tails hanging over the side of this cliff. Their heads resting on their in massive claws, side by side, trapped in a dream.
Can I see something or perceive? I don't know how this would work psionically, but I'm trying to look for how he's connected to me. Some kind of tether something that's allowing him to essentially just walk into my mind anytime he wants. I want to figure out where this connection is.
Okay. Yeah, just make me another intelligence check,
Just
please.
straight intelligence?
Yes, please. Check, not saving throw.
Yeah. That one's jacked. It's not bad.
I'm watching.
Hey, not bad. 19.
19.
Would you say he hasn't got bad breath then?
It's the alcohol was just letting it roll a bit
The
more.
spirits.
Yeah.
It's chased all the bad spirits away.
Should hang out next to the craps table.
Yeah.
Ouchie, Malik. That sounds amazing. That's fascinating. You understand. Hey, Heal by Wounds. Good to have you here. You understand that the link he has over you. If you could grasp a spell that's available to the psionic mind and the psionic magics, it would be telepathic bond. But this is almost an enhanced version, something that might have been even uniquely made, because you can feel it being a powerful, and you can almost see it. Now that you're behind him, this thin strand of light, almost like the kind of light that Thulrum usually has when casting spells, divine, is between sort of here, just under your collarbone, and forms towards the back of Obradin's neck, just on the base of his neck. If you could, and with that roll, you do notice that is the result of a perpetual spell.
I have a spell that allows me to essentially pull thoughts and ideas out of my mind, memories. Can I try using that ability to snatch at grasp that connection and see if it can unplug?
Okay.
Ooh, the DM gets to roll.
I get to roll now. For that, I need you to roll me just a d20 and add your spell attack bonus, essentially.
Just watch how Michaela reacts and we'll get a gauge on whether it'll work.
Gauge. Where is that? Where is that? Using the app now and
This is going well.
spell attack.
Mm.
Okay. 17.
17, okay. With a quick strike, as though there is the end of a spider web on the back of his neck, a couple of strands that connect ethereally to the base of his skin, you attempt to unpluck.
Oh, I'm grabbing it from me.
From
Did
you?
you say it connects to me as well?
And you as well, so you're trying to get it off you?
Yeah, I'm pulling it
Yep.
from me.
Okay, that's fine. So you attempt to do so, and instinctively you put your hand up, but you know that you don't need anything physical to attempt to undo it, and you just close your mind. But it seems like the combination of being here in front of Obradin, as well as trying not to be detected, as well as communicating with him, is perhaps slightly overloading your senses. And as you attempt to do so, you see Obradin slowly turn. And his gait just stumbles around and he looks at you directly now. And with a crooked head, he sort of gives you a bit of a curious look.
If you want me to leave you alone, then you need to leave me alone. End this, and I'm holding it out. No tricks.
If I do that, you'll never know what I'm doing. You'll never be able to check in with me. Are you not concerned about this?
So far, it's only seemed to aid you, not the other way around. All of your gifts come at a price. A price that I don't even realize I'm paying.
Have I not offered? Without payment, to allow you to enhance your powers.
You dictate when I can and can't use them. That is a payment too high.
If I sever this, you will not know what I'm doing here. You will not be able to find me. Ever. Do you really want that on your conscience?
I think you underestimate my own ability.
No. I know your abilities well. Perhaps it is my failure that I didn't teach you more at the beginning. So, this is goodbye then. And he puts his hand that isn't leaning on his walking stick at the back of his neck and simply undoes this link. And as he releases it, it disappears, and you can see it just in a line, as though just in a quick succession, this rope dissipates into nothing. And you don't feel as heavy anymore. But you're still there.
In front of him.
Yep. Overlooking a cliffside of ocean. So, Char. If we ever do see each other again, it will be only when we are the last two beings on this world. And then finally, when you come back to me, well, we'll see. And you are back in Amara's presence.
Did he disappear?
No. He did not. He was simply there, glazed-eyed.
How many seconds was that?
Probably another 5.
Gunner! Get it together. It was really hard for me to say that because that entire time I was like... You alright?
I need a second, and I'm gonna cast Sending again
One.
Yep.
on Ragavsel.
Mm-hmm.
Are you alive? Where are you?
Immediately responding to you. Oh yeah, I'm good. Hey, Gunnar. How are you? There's not going to be an episode 468. What are you talking about?
If we get to 468, we better be fucking level 80. Like, honestly.
Amazing.
Sending again. Come to Pilas Tower as fast as you can.
Oh, I can just teleport myself. It doesn't look very good here, though. Sharn was attacked. I don't know whether you know.
What? I can't hear that.
No.
I think Ragavsel's coming now,
Oh, okay.
and I think I got rid of Obradin. Not,
Like he's dead?
no, not like that. But he's out of my head. For now,
Is that a good thing?
I don't know.
Do you feel okay?
I feel lighter.
Do you need a glass of water or something?
I'm gonna lie down.
Okay. Do you want me to bring you anything?
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Can you keep an eye on Kips? He's keeping an eye on that kid that's counting our money.
If you're... What? Oh,
Yeah.
I
right.
knew that.
Wow, I forgot about that for the... Sorry, that was really overwhelming. Also, if you're going to lie down, do you think you could maybe send that message to Barclays?
I'm all out.
You bastard. No, I'm joking. Okay. Maybe I should just write... How do you
You know
send
that
a letter?
Thorum can do this too, right?
It's true, I can.
Are you there?
Yeah, no, I'm upstairs.
Oh,
Yes, you are.
never mind.
He's had this ability the whole time.
Do you want...
Thorum's a dick.
Do you want me to walk you to your room and make sure you're okay?
No, I'm okay. I'm physically okay. I just need some time, that's all.
You've always mentioned how powerful Obradin is, and I'm just concerned for you.
So am I. But I'm okay.
Okay. The second that you're not, speak in my head.
And I'll walk upstairs, or wherever the hell my room is.
Okay.
I'll stay where I am and
All right.
just like...
I'm going to bed.
Good.
For a big slap.
Cool. Gunnar, as you walk up the stairs, you feel yourself continue that lightness, as though there is a mental burden that has seemed to have brushed off. And you do feel like you're looking at things, items in the room that you might not have noticed before. And as you walk up the stairs, you suddenly remember a lot. These washes of memory start to just fill your mind. Your classes, the psionic lessons. You suddenly feel like something that has suppressed you has now been released. You feel your mind just fill with happy and sad. You remember the exact moment that the enormous explosion occurred in Sire. You remember Liviera, your friends. It all starts coming back to you as you continue to walk up the stairs. Not everything, but a lot more.
Is anyone around?
No.
It'll just be like small tears.
Mm-hmm.
So I put myself to bed.
Okay.
Wholesome.
What's everyone else doing?
Who's awake right now?
I would have just gone down into the dining
Oh, so
room.
it's just me and you.
And you do see...
Go with Norbert.
Yeah, can I get? Was I still in the laboratory, or did I come out?
Yeah, you were regaling Norbert with some tales,
yeah.
with some stories that he had wanted you to share because of the adventures he used to have and that he misses.
Yeah. I would be. How long was that conversation for?
He continued to ask questions of you, so after probably a good half an hour, you're starting to get a bit weary, but you can see Norbert's eyes are just glowing and just seeping in and taking in everything. Every word you're saying, he is fascinated. And it compels you to want to talk a bit longer, just to appease him a little bit, but it is getting on.
Yeah. In which case, at some point, I did give him some gold. I think it was 50 gold pieces. Is that
Yes,
right?
you did.
I did. Yeah. Okay.
He eventually accepted it. Yes, sir. No, that's, thank you very much. He eventually just was accepting of it.
I guess at some point I would have asked for a bit of privacy and just mulled over the goodies he had brought.
Sure.
And seeing if I can make anything more in regards to status effects that I could add to my already poison skill with the poisoner ability.
Okay. So Norbert,
I'm looking for like next level kind of.
sure. Norbert leaves you to it after you do excuse yourself, and you have a bit of a look at the ingredients that he has brought. There are enough ingredients to make, from your knowledge. In fact, as you look around, make me a make me just a straight intelligence check for me.
New dice tray.
Yeah.
Was it good or was it
It's
bad?
better than most rolls I do. Intelligence? That's a straight 14.
Okay.
Yeah, that's alright.
There's wyvern poison in one of the vials, and looking at the other ingredients, you reckon you could make yourself some wyvern poison. So make me, if you wanted to make it now, make me a dexterity check, and add your proficiency bonus to attempt to make it.
Sorry, one moment.
It looks like it can give you about 3 doses. Oh yeah, do whatever you need to do to roll. If you can have a quick read over poison making.
It just says I'm proficient. So
Yeah, so you can add your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not great. So that is a 4 and 3.
7.
Yeah.
As it turns out, you start mixing the ingredients together, but you do slip while making them, and a little bit of the wyvern poison falls onto the ground. And you have a bit of a look at the measurements. You can only make 2 out of the 3 vials now if you wanted to make another attempt, and it will take probably another hour if you want to do another attempt.
I'm just trying to gap fill between conversations.
Yep.
Would have, just so for a measurement of time from when we got in to when these guys had finished up, what kind of time?
We're looking at about, if you continue what you're doing or without including it.
I think after my first experience with the drow, Drider sac venom,
Yep.
and how I became paralyzed,
Yep.
I think I'd really take a bit of a cautious
Sure.
step, knowing that I may have messed something up and be like,
Okay.
I'm
It'll-
really messing around with stuff.
Yeah. It'll probably take you to dinner time if you wanted to finish up,
Yeah.
which
I'll
would be like 2 hours in
just
total.
collect my 2 that
Yep.
I made.
Okay, in which case, you haven't made them yet, make me another dexterity check with advantage because you're taking your time. Add your proficiency.
Jeez.
Is that a good G's or bad G's?
No, 2 and a 3 advantage. So proficiency. This is a 14 this time
Okay,
with
let's do
advantage.
A 14?
Yeah.
Okay. It takes you a bit longer.
Yeah.
So it'll take you past dinner into probably about the 9 p.m. mark.
Yeah.
But you probably, you can do other things, but you are pretty tired by then. You do make 2, however, still. A creature subjected to this poison must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or take 7d6 poison damage on a failed saving throw, or half as much on a successful one.
Sick. Literally.
76
7d6
poison damage.
Yeah.
And half.
on a successful saving throw.
Half on
Correct.
6. Okay.
80-20.
And that's just the potions that I've made is only 1 shot per.
Correct.
arrow. Okay, so I can use that times 2. I'm gonna.
It is
I'm gonna
d20.
push the boundaries here. Does that add also to my 2d8?
What's the 2d8 for?
Just the general poison.
Preston!
Oh, Preston, thank
Your
you.
motherboard.
You don't need to do that. Thank you very much. That's very kind. And enjoy the subs,
Everyone?
everyone. Yeah, absolute
Oh,
numpty.
Lemons is in
I
there.
love it. Welcome.
In any case, I think the
What's
last
the 2d8?
That's just the general poisoning. Feet. I think I can do that whenever, so I don't need to.
Oh, you...
Thank you so much, Malik. That's very, very kind. Oh, God.
Stop it!
Thank you.
Stop it!
Pipe.
Oh, my God.
Malik!
So much.
Thank you so much, Malik.
The person who did this last time.
Yes,
God, how many is
correct.
he doing? Stop!
Oh, my gosh. Thank you very, very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you. That's huge. I appreciate it greatly.
hell,
Yeah, a little bit of a.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think that's
I want you
40
to
in
agree
total. So
on this
Yeah.
stream live right now that you will use this stream money for your motherboard.
No.
Ah,
I will put it towards the
Okay,
pool
wait.
that we can all enjoy.
Which is the
Um,
motherboard.
Yeah, which is literally the motherboard.
let us proceed.
Scrap that.
Okay.
so motherboard.
In which case, I will. I'll just take the last hour or so. I'll just be eating my rations.
Yep.
Till 10 o'clock, and then
Yep.
I might come out and check on everyone.
Okay. Well,
See if I,
yeah, go on.
and I actually still want to read through to see if I can find anything where I can add a. Again, I'm looking for something that's going to be a status effect towards an enemy, like a blinded, deafened.
Oh, okay. Condition effect.
Condition. Sorry.
Okay.
That's the right word.
Cool.
Pretty chuffed with that.
Nice.
Those poisons though.
Cool. All right. While that's happening, and no one hears or sees Rook at all, in the meantime, very very concentrating in his work. Thorum, Amara, and Dravago, what are you guys doing?
So I'm sitting up in my room.
And you've just finished.
Yeah, and I do
Yes.
have standing. I've had it, this whole time.
Yep.
you absolute bastard.
So yeah, I'm going to use it as well. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to speak to Osei. So I'm going to say, Osei, the Red Death is not gone. The source is weakened but not defeated. Gather others and guard the source. Be well, study hard. Full room.
Now do you allow her to respond?
She replies.
Okay. I am well, Thorin.
That voice.
What's who dropping? Drop the point. Rook,
What is that?
we'll get to that very soon.
I had the book in my hand last.
I got the poison to drop it.
Well played. I am well, Thorin.
Roll for couples.
It has been a little while, and it is good to hear from you. I'm well. I have been taken in by Ada, and I enjoy it here. I enjoy it immensely. Our bastion stands against the attack on Shan. I learn much. And I'm pleased you have taken me to this point. I grow and learn every day. And it's because of you. I think this is a path that I will continue on for some time. Go on.
I'm just gonna mark off as many spell slots as it takes me.
Okay.
Apparently she doesn't care about the 25 word limit, or she's about to hit the bed.
She simply continues. She seems to continually be able to just one on top of another.
What attack on Shan?
On the Ondarian army, for no apparent reason, has laid siege, but their attack has been futile. However, there are casualties, and a part of the wall, the Great Wall of Shan, has collapsed. Repairs are underway.
And what of our order?
Our order stands strong and assists the defense and the healing of the wounded. Although I have ill news. King Boronel was at the top of the ramparts as a loyal ruler of the city, commanding the forces, and was shot with an arrow. He no longer lives.
Guess I don't need to give him that ground. What did you say? What did you say? Guess I don't need to give him that crown.
Oh, right. Yeah. Does he have any children? Jesus.
Who rules in his place?
Currently, the soldiers have taken to bring order.
Yeah, Marshall.
Currently, while there is still danger from outside of the city, the religious orders have come in to attempt to keep the peace as well. It is interesting, Thorin. All of a sudden, only hours ago, or even all but an hour, Shan changed. Some towers were no longer there where they were before, simply disappearing. Walls had disappeared. People that I had talked to had also vanished. Some of the order no longer exist.
What do you mean no longer exist?
There were probably 20 or so Dragonborn. It is as though they were there and then they were not. Outside of the city, looking across the plain, I see north, and the north burns. The Eldin reaches. I no longer see through my sight their forests. Something has changed, Thorum. I'm not sure what. But did you discover anything? Has anything changed with you and your friends?
The Lord of Blades is defeated.
That is some good news, at least.
But his master is not. Did you hear what I said about the source of the Red Death?
Yes.
You were there. You saw the Celestial that I left behind.
Banished by Malestra.
And so,
That bitch.
But we have sent others, and hopefully they are there now guarding, or holding off whatever is still present with the Red Death. If they themselves haven't disappeared from whatever has occurred here.
when the city is no longer under siege, send another group if we have not come before then.
Very well.
And I say, how have you grown so powerful in such a short time? You had no magic when I left you only a few weeks ago.
Ado has been generous. Although I do stand with him, and I do receive messages, instructions of my own, as you do with your mace, it seems. He speaks to all here in his own way. All of his servants. He seems to be more vocal now, especially since whatever had happened only some time ago. His voice seems to be reaching out more. Has this occurred with you?
No. He does not speak.
Not through Dorobaliux?
Yes, but you can just ignore it. Unless it comes direct from Ado, you can pretty much just ignore it. But yes, the mace has been speaking to me quite a lot.
It's like a tennis match.
Yes, and it implored me to do something about the danger in the north, which is why I'm speaking to you.
I would seek him out. He's not yet done with you yet. He has spoken highly of your deeds.
Yes, I also have spoken highly of my deeds.
Trust in him.
You fucking freak.
Trust in him, and trust in your companion who is with you, for he speaks through Ado as well. However, personality may come through.
Which companion?
Your mace.
Oh,
God damn it, Thorum.
Oh, Macy Gray.
man. He really could have given me a more agreeable mace. Thank you, Osei. We will come when we can.
Thank you again for everything. And the voice stops.
I'm going to look at my mace and say, sorry about that.
Hell
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry.
There is no response from
Hell
the
yeah.
weapon.
I'm going to get up and I guess go back downstairs. That was some troubling news I just got.
Okay. You see that Amara is outside. Dravago has come into the dining room and is simply observing outside. Rook is nowhere to be found, and nor is Gunnar.
I'm going to call out to Amara.
I'm gonna have been like watching outside, waiting for, because Gunnar told me Regav was probably on his way.
Mhm.
I'd be looking out for Regav.
Yep.
I'd also be looking out for anyone else that we invited back here, because I feel like there was a ton of people that we invited back here.
I think just Friezo's coming.
I thought Farizo was bringing... Anyway. Anyone that's just randomly
Sure.
arriving, including the fact that we saw that whole weird, like, Lord of Blades, shimmery, like, get rid of the illusion shit.
Yep.
I'd be looking for anything that's different.
Yep.
Or, like, strange.
Okay, make a perception check.
Which one do I want to use this one?
Perception.
Heh. Funny. I'm not used to this lighting. Perception. Ooh, that was quite good. That's a 20.
A 20. As you just follow the gaze of the horizon, follow the direction north, over to east, you do notice that there might be a little bit of smoke coming from the north. Very, very faint, and distant. But there seems to be something, some sort of grey in the air. And black. And that's almost out of sight completely. And then over to the east, in the direction of Zalago, you do notice again more of a very, very distant white, grey, like smoke of sorts. And that's hard to see. You're looking at sort of mountains, and it's in that direction, kilometers away, but it's
Can I smell
barely visible. No, not at all.
Weird. I'm gonna would I have noticed that either of these two have made their way
Yep.
behind me
Yep.
somewhere?
Yep, they're not keeping themselves a secret.
I'm turn around and be like, guys, some weird shit is going down right now. And I'm gonna walk over and be like, let me show you something.
I think I'm the only one there, right?
No, he's
Javago's there as well.
Okay, my bad.
I know he's a construct, but he's there.
Just creeping in the background.
And are you guys gonna follow me? You wanna
Yes,
come with
yes.
me? Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. So then I'll be like, just over there, and I'll point to the north, and I'll be like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's smoke there.
What direction is Shan in?
Shan is to your west.
Okay, that's good.
Eldin Reaches is to your north.
To the north.
Straight to the north.
And
See there?
that's the direction Amara's pointing. But this is a fair way away. Make a perception check, both of you, if that's okay.
Ooh.
25.
Okay.
Whoa.
Very perceptive.
That is a 22.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah, good rolls both. You both notice a very, very faint, very faint version of what Amara is talking about. It almost doesn't catch you awares immediately. You have to sort of squint a bit, but it's there.
Then I'm gonna say, also, to the east. There's
You
more-
do see that slight white sort of air effect.
I'm going to say, so I'm going to turn to Amara and say, I just spoke with Osei
Cool, why are you telling me?
because, eerily enough, she warned us of burning in the north. I point to the smoke in the north. I say, and also she let me know the Shan is under siege. I point to
You mean people are attacking it?
the city's under attack by
On there.
Aryan? Yeah.
The dairy farmers.
By Ondarian troops.
Let it burn, it's fine. Okay, that's troubling. Regav's on his way.
The king is dead.
What?
I try, sorry. That's
Thorin!
to come out and say it. He got hit with an arrow
When?
right before the wall collapsed beneath him.
I'm gonna do that exact noise, which is when you laugh because you're very troubled.
Yep.
And you're I don't know what else to do. And then I'm gonna say, in a similar vein and style, I'm gonna say, Gunnar separated himself from Obradin. He He's gone to bed now.
Okay, I look around for Gunnar.
He's not there.
He went to bed. I insisted on making sure he was okay. He seemed fine. He's gone to bed now. But we should probably look after him because we know that guy is like super powerful. Well, we think he's super powerful. So, and he's been in Gunnar's mind for a really long time. So we should probably keep an eye on him and make sure he's not.
Cooked.
Yeah. What? Thorum, have some tact.
Unwell.
Regav, the king's... Wow, okay. This is a lot for you. Are you okay?
I've come to take this as a day-to-day since travelling with you. I was expecting some differences after what happened in the Lake of Fire with the explosion of Fraser Blue, but I think the only thing we can really do tonight is get a good rest and perhaps in the morning take stock of what has happened and find the most poignant thing to attack first.
I think you're right. I'm going to stay up for a little bit longer and just make sure that if Regav arrives, he's safe. And I guess if Parizo shows up, make sure he's still safe to be around. Doesn't
Debris
turn
everywhere. Oh my god.
Amazing dairy puns. Continue.
and that he doesn't turn into a big dragon again.
Will you let him know that his king is dead?
Well, he was going to Shan, was he not? So he would probably know. How did you speak to Osei?
In my mind.
How?
To look off into the distance when you say this, right?
With the power of Ada.
Yeah, see, it's funny. Because Gunnar told me that you can send messages.
Yes, I can.
Why haven't you sent one to Barclays?
Because you would have asked me to do it all the time instead of writing a letter.
The letter didn't get sent either.
Oh, well. I would have sent the letter.
Could you please message him?
Sure, what do you want me to say?
For the millionth fucking time, can somebody tell Barclays that Malestra is evil so he does not keep talking to her and so that he doesn't give her information about us?
Verbatim those words.
Okay.
Including the can somebody please.
That's included in 25, so you're fine.
Can you do it in your best Amara impression?
Can you
I
see
just did.
anyone?
Yeah, you did. Verbatim. It takes you a moment. And as you speak those words, you hear a, "Oh! Well, I guess I'll stop seeing her then."
I'm also going to say, on Barclays, Shan is under attack, under siege.
Oh, I can see that from here. There's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
You're in Shan?
Not really. I'm in my home.
Okay, well, your pub's getting attacked, so...
I'll be right there. And no longer speaking in your mind. Although, there's one other thought that enters your mind. I miss you all.
We miss you too.
How's Prickly Pete?
Oh, fuck.
Who? Pretty sure he's dead. In communication.
Okay.
Left him on red.
Alright.
What did he
No,
say?
he took prickly.
What did he say?
He asked about Prickly Pete.
That's it?
Also, his missus's.
What did he say about Malestra?
Oh, he'll stop seeing her, I guess.
When's the last time he saw her?
Oh, I didn't ask.
Can you ask?
No. He'll see us, he'll be in Shan.
He's coming to Shan?
Yes. He owns a lot of pubs there.
Interesting.
NBCDM, that's exactly what Barclays does next, yes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wait up and see if Regav or Farizo arrive. I think you're right. We should get some rest.
I was hoping to catch you before we did.
Do you want me to run?
As I hear that,
That's as fake as that laugh that you get used to.
I'm going to leave them to have that conversation as I hear that over my shoulder. I'm going to head towards where that kid's counting money.
As he's
Okay.
walking away, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, Thulram,
Yeah.
did I say sound okay?"
Yes, she is remarkably, eerily well.
Okay. And then I'm gonna turn back to you.
Is it getting dark by this point?
Yes, it is. It's sunset, and the sun is
Fuck off, Ham.
almost. It's amazing. It's amazing. Never stop. It's getting quite dark, and you can see that there is another clear night, and the stars are just beautifully bright, making their particular constellations in the darkness, and the very last vestiges of this deep red and yellows are disappearing.
I was hoping to catch you at a more opportune time, but it doesn't seem like in the near future we'll actually get one. But there is something I would like to share with you. Been waiting for the night to do this, but if you'll join me, is there a barn roof or a shed roof or something where there's a clear view of the sky?
Yep.
Around. If it's dark enough, if you can shadow jump up there.
Is it dark enough?
It is. There's lots of shade around now.
Yeah, I think I can do that. It's pretty shady out there.
Then I shall meet you up on the roof. I'll
Yeah.
use the boots to fly up.
Okay.
I feel like it makes that noise. I go,
Very, very quietly, but yes,
yeah.
Silent.
correct. And you go up into one of the barn houses that house some very quiet and sleeping pigs and chickens, all these little farm animals
away from the chickens.
below.
So, can I just do a quick loose chicken check for future reference?
Loose chicken check?
Yes.
In the actual like outside of the actual pen, which is quite a large one with lots of hay, and there's a couple of little nests where that you can see that there are sleeping chickens over eggs. There seems to be a dark brown that has made its escape and is running around, just pecking on the ground, just a bit beyond its confines.
I'm going to make special note of that.
Mm-hmm.
Then turn my attention back to you.
What are you looking at?
I'll actually lie down on the barn roof looking up at the sky and gesture for you to join me if you would.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, Travago, are you trying to seduce me?
Don't worry, Mara, I'm not Rook. I don't have any special potions here.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to lay down. I'm gonna look very confused the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
To start with, I just wanted to check in with you. The battle with the Lord of Blades, you risked yourself to help Rook save his friend. And I was a bit distracted after the battle with my own pursuits. Thorum seemed to have you covered, but just wanted to check in. That would have been a bit of a harrowing experience.
My friends sent themselves into the plane of dreams and fought something that you would only see in nightmares for me and for my people. And it doesn't take a second thought to help a single one of these people. I am very aware at how I come across, but I would do it for all of them.
I think that is actually how I see you come across. Is I think I mentioned once before that when Cerivia was controlled and went to that space that we barely were able to get you back from, you could have and rightly should have opted to stay with your monastery and save your friends, but you saw the bigger picture and you didn't hesitate to turn and work for the rest of, I guess, called Eberron, your friends here, your companions. And it hasn't gone unnoticed. I do notice that you meditate quite a bit. You've spoken to me of the betrayal and the loss that you've probably suffered more than most throughout this experience. And I just wanted to share something with you that helps me maybe not succumb to those thoughts of what has been lost, what is gone, but maybe focus on what has been given and what can be. And looking up at the night sky, I'll trace across and point out the pale white moon of Zarentir. Move past it, past the pale orange moon of Olaroon, and then linger my finger on the lavender moon of Dravago. Yeah, that's my namesake up in the sky. I didn't really fully understand the stories I was told of why I was named Dravago until I arrived in Eberron. But the moon Dravago lingers large in the sky towards the end of spring. And my mother would tell me of a time where winter would come, the trees would brown and wilt, snow would fall on the ground, the animals would hibernate and disappear. But after everything was gone, the green would start. Things would always grow from what had come before. And she would tell me that every time it would seem to come back more lush. There was always more than there was before. And every time that I have troubles, I think of the forge that have died, that have perished in the wars before, what the Lord of Blades had done. I always come out and stare at the night sky, and I have a very big reminder for myself of what comes after the destruction, that things can grow better, grow new. And I have been taking note of what you have said, the loss of your friends, the plight that your people still face. And I want you to have something that maybe before you meditate you can look at and think of what can come after this. And I'll reach into my green grocery bag holding.
Oh, what? Is there something physical here? What's happening? What the fuck, man?
And I'll pull out.
There's a physical box! This is cool. Do I get to open it?
If you wait a second. And I'll pull out a wooden box with ornate carvings on it. You may the crafting quality might not be as good on the inside as what Dravago would do. Jordan does not have those skills. But on the outside you'll notice a hardwood similar to the furnishings in your monastery, carved in and sanded back with the white paint of the vanity of the Five's Rest. On the lid of the box you'll notice a tree symbolizing the growth that can come after the winter, and some pink glowing mine steel melted in the shape of a moon behind the tree.
What is that? What is it actually?
Mine still. Another feature of your monastery,
It's a deck of many things.
which symbolizes, I guess, the moon of Travago in your monastery's colours. And then if you'll open the box.
Oh fuck!
You'll
This
notice
is so cute.
the white silk also dressing the furnishings of your monastery, hastily purchased from Cthulhu,
Mm-hmm.
the tailor in Shan. And with the magical tinkering skill of Travago, he has turned the glass vial that he got from Regav and melted with Rook in the mountains on the way to the Demon Waste, a facsimile of a glowing astral stone, the symbol of the Path of Light. And as he hands it to you, I'll say this is hopefully a symbol that you can look at and remind you of what your monastery has given to you and what can be once again. And also
No.
that I pledge that I will help where we can to help perhaps save Ceribia, your other companions, and restore your childhood home.
Mara just stays very silent for some time, just like looks at it. I'm just gonna close it now because I want to look at the top again. And she would definitely be crying because she's a fucking sook. But very quietly and like solemnly. And then there'll be no kissing.
Not where he was going with it.
And then after some time, she'll say, "It's very weird. Some things that, not the gift, by the way. It's a weird way to lead into this conversation. Sorry, I'm deflecting. But a lot of our journey until now has been tailored by prophecies and things falling into our laps at exactly the right time. And it makes sense that you're here. It makes sense that you of all people are here. And just when we needed to fight the Lord of Blades, and just when we needed someone like you with a completely different perspective. And with that story, it just seems to make more sense. It's really strange because you said you love to look at the night sky, and something that has always scared me is the night. It's strange being a part of a temple that tries to understand shadows and darkness and being really, really terrified of it at the same time. But similar to how after when everything burns down or everything dies and withers away, there's green and there's lush. Every time sun goes down, comes back up the next day. And that's what I wait for every morning. And that's why I meditate every morning. So I think we have very similar mindsets. It's just different wiring.
Well, from my experience, the light cannot exist without the dark, and the dark cannot exist without the light. I don't see anything really as completely good or completely evil. Things come from different perspectives and different mindsets, but I'm not sure how the Kori work, but you've spoken of Sonari, who, from what I can gather, is also Kori, and this staff that you carry around is both light and dark as well. I don't think you should entirely shy away from either side of it, but find a balance that works for you. And he said, I just wanted you to have something that perhaps can help focus more on the light when you need it, when you meditate. I feel I was given a lot of gifts as I grew up, and coming to Eberron, the stories of Dravago looming in the sky and why that I was named that helps me get through some of those times where I've had to see my kind perish or perish at my hand even. I think we all deserve something after this, and you can take this as a pledge that when the time is right, I'll be there to help when your monastery needs it.
Can I tell you a secret?
I'm all ears.
I have no fucking idea what I'm doing.
From what I can gather, no one in the Five does.
It's true. There's a lot that happened before you came along. And I know you've heard me talk about it. But it must be hard traveling with us and not really knowing what you've gotten yourself into until you kind of come across it. So if you want to, I'll continue to tell you what we've gone through. I'll tell you our stories. Not from the perspective of Thorum, who does love to make us out to be these wonderful heroes that travelled across the lands and conquered everything we ever came across. But those stories don't tell you everything.
I think the actions I've seen you all take tell me enough. I do find Thorum to be one of the more difficult to gauge, though. I've seen where some of your drives come from. I've met some of Rook's previous companions, and I can see where his affinity for the Forge come from. I get glimpses of what Gunnar is going through. I hope to understand him more. But Thorum's a weird one. He has a god that heeds his call to bring people back from the dead. Yet he has what I wouldn't call it disdain for his religion, just not a great love.
Dragon.
Thorum's like standing inside like...
He's shown many times he values coin. He briefly told me a story of having to sell chunks of his medallion to be able to survive. Yet he also did give me a substantial sum of gold when I was little more than an acquaintance to him. Which shows, I guess, some true colours. But I'm not entirely sure on what isn't, I guess, what he wants. I do think he's a good person. But sometimes I think, does he want to rob a bank and become famous and get rich?
Yes.
I feel like I need to help him with something, but I don't really want to rob a bank.
If you ever want to understand Thorum, just show him money. Or say the word Ado. He really likes that. No, I'm joking. if there's anything I've learned about Fulrum, he is very what you see is what you get.
I actually find his bluntness to be his most endearing quality.
Yeah. Because at least you know that he's being sincere most of the time. Most of the time. However, one thing Fulrum does do consistently, at least with us, is care.
And these are the actions that I've seen from all of you at one point or another. Which is why originally I was here somewhat for my own goals of getting into the Lord of Blades camp. Feat I didn't think was possible on my own, but if you'd have me continue with you, I'd like to see some of these other stories through. See a happier ending rather than a sadder one.
Amara just like starts wiping her eyes. And she goes, I think we need you. I will say in advance, if I ever am an absolute prick to you, I genuinely don't mean it. The easiest way for me to get through traveling through all of this and to not look like I'm fucking terrified the entire time is to be the way I am. Because if I don't deflect and make my jokes and occasionally punch people in the face, then I'm kind of afraid that I'll just fall apart.
I get it. Which is why we're sitting here and I'm telling you things that I haven't shared with the others. But I think we'll get along.
I think we'll be alright. Then I'm just gonna stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna lay there.
Cool. Okay.
And occasionally look over and see if anyone's arrived.
Okay. So far, no. And the night then continues to pass uneventfully as you eventually make yourselves ready for a rest after you are ready. And while Rook drops another one of his potions, poisons, and only has one of them remaining, with a exasperated sigh, I didn't forget, that's the dropped item, Malik, you've got it. We're going to take a 10-minute break and come back.
2 shots of vodka.
I'm editing that inventory for you, Malik.
Yep, that's dropped. And we
I
will.
didn't drop the box.
You didn't drop the box, and we will give you some pictures of Dravago's amazing work
Fucking awesome.
as well. Maybe after the break we can put it a bit closer to the camera as well, so we can see.
It's so pretty.
It looks pretty cool.
Fucking sick, man.
Thank you so much, Ham. That's kind words. We're going to see everybody in 10 minutes.
We have no card
No.
there.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you found it?
Well, no, it's just all downloaded again, I think. I don't know about the music. We might not have the music for the Be Right Back, but I think we still have the overlay. So we should see everybody in...
Fabulous.
I'm just going to test it. And if it doesn't, I'll just come back on, and while everyone's having a break, I'll chat to everyone. We'll see.
No, you need a break too. We'll
You
take
need
in
a break,
turns.
yeah.
We'll do like a 2-minute round table.
We'll have a look. We'll be back in 10 minutes and go. welcome back. And before we get back into the session, I will quickly do a couple of shout outs. The first one is for, and the most important is for the 40th sub that has been gifted by Malik the Geek. So that's just ridiculous. So thank you. We understood you reached the big 40. How in the actual hell did we deserve that? I have no idea. But you are amazing, and everybody that have subbed is amazing. So thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you. And also, our as a secondary thing, our what do you call it? Giveaway is up. So we have a week to go with our giveaway, and if you'd like to, I'm assuming everyone here is aware, but if you're not, our Twitter page has a giveaway thanks to Meeples and Dragons for an amazing etched glass, and this month we have the Artificer. And if you'd like to enter, please go into our Twitter page at Fates Grip and have a look at the instructions to enter the giveaway. And hopefully you are the winner. And we draw that next week sometime. Now, if you want to have a bonus entry, here is the word. Here is the word that you can.
If it's cheese related, I'm quitting.
Damn it! I'm so sorry to all the cheese puns out there, but apparently I'm not allowed to give you a cheese pun. Let me think of another one. It was legit going to be cheese related.
Oh no!
Persist?
Yeah.
Yeah, bully me. It's fine. I've had enough time.
Someone's got to.
Wow. The bonus entry for, and you can comment on this in the thread.
The Twitter thread. If you reply to the
yeah.
pinned tweet, you can enter.
That's
extra.
the one. Thank you. I appreciate it. By saying cheddar.
Cheddar.
I fucking hate this.
Yeah. So if you put the word cheddar into that tweet, you can have a bonus entry and possibly have more of a chance to win.
Not to be confused with Gouda or Brie, which was mentioned before.
Correct. Yeah. This is an entirely new phrase, not mentioned in the puns yet.
But feel free just to list different cheeses that you know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Cheeses
love
that
cheese,
aren't cheddar do
Correct.
not get bonus entries.
That's right. They don't.
Cheddar.
You should still list all of them.
Oh, absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
just say that on the Twitter consistently.
If anyone hasn't seen Off Topic, there is an amazing skit by the people who make Monty Python about the cheese shop. You should really get on that.
Well, D20 highlighted that just now.
Oh, did
Some
he?
people will be cheesed off by
Yes, that's very
a certain
true.
code word.
Get out. Everyone leave.
Amazing. I don't know, Adventure Elrath. What do you call that? Auntie Donna. Yeah, I will actually. I've got to get on that. I've heard of that.
Oh god, it's great.
It is good. Okay. Let's reel it back in, and you all have after that a wonderful rest, well
I
deserved.
feel like I would sleep on the roof.
Yep. And it is not uncomfortable. Yes, go on. During that time, because you can.
Yeah, I was going to say after the silence happened, we're just looking up at the moon, I would have started to work and hopefully finish my Steel Defender.
And you do finish your Steel Defender, yes.
How many episodes? 5?
I have also read the stats and I can do both at the same time.
Good.
I would also pull out the mundane gauntlets that multiple episodes ago I got off Leonere, the King's Smith,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll don them. And after the Steel Defender's finished, I'll go into the shutdown mode, staring up at the sky, and he'll be constantly thinking of all the times he failed at strength checks. And they will be trying to save Amara from falling off the ship and having to
Yes.
reduce her size to be able to carry her, struggling with the
How
wheel
did you
of the
carry
ship.
me? Sorry, was that in the bag of holding?
It was. The green grocery bag of holding. The struggling to hold the
Yep.
steering wheel of the ship. Trying to throw a boulder into a bit of lava with Thorum.
True.
And then the one that gets him most of all is the race to get out of the muck heading into your lag and Rook pushing him and him falling into the muck.
Yep.
So the
Cheers.
first replay in his mind of all these things is how it happened.
much.
And
I
then
just
gradually,
decided to
as
cheers.
he's replaying it over his long rest, each time he gets slightly stronger to the point where he just grabs the Mara with one hand and looks like a hero taking her back up to the ship, grabs the
Oh,
wheel.
I thought
and-
you meant.
No, not
actually
literally,
happened.
not
I was like,
literally.
what?
this is in his head, and
Yeah.
so slightly better each time to the point, and then just like Thorum struggling to throw this boulder in the lava, he just comes over and tosses it in. And then the
Yeet.
last one is
Oh,
Rook
Molly, thank you.
Malik,
pushing him
thank you
into
so
the,
much.
into the muck.
Amazing.
And by the end of the night, the gauntlets are glowing,
13
and the
rolling.
final thing he thinks before he reactivates is just Rook trying to shove him parrying, and just pushing him face first into the mud, and then walking movie style as if there's an explosion going off behind him, slow motion into your lag.
I hate it.
And as he moves for the first time, the Steel Defender sitting there on the roof, awakened, activates. The steel gloves have kind of molded into his own arms, and he now is wearing gauntlets of ogre strength, and his strength stat is now 19.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Is that all?
Okay.
Not 20.
Don't worry, that's a couple of
Thank you so much, Malik, for that gifted sub. Welcome, Substitch. And that's amazing, Telara. Thank you. So, as you regain your companion and think about all the times where you, in fact, did succeed, had you had the gauntlets on you, now that they are feeling more familiar, you all awaken in your mode. However, Travago, you simply hear that dawn as it arises and arrives upon the grounds of Pilas Tower. Very distant galloping. And you hear this from a ways away. Travago, you hear it first. And looking over in its direction, it's coming from the west. Towards where that white smoke, white dust was being focused on by Amara, and you saw that too. In the very far distance, over a hill, you notice that there is a company of horsemen that seem to be galloping, and quickly at that, in silver armor, with blue tassels and blue emblems toward you. Still a fair ways away, but as counting them, you count probably a good 40 to 50 of them in a straight line, sort of veering off a little bit so you can count them, but they are going in a single file, all on horse. And as they get slightly closer, each of you are woken up from your dreamless sleeps by this sound as well. Slowly but surely, this sound becomes louder, more thunderous on the ground. You can feel even the bed that you're in start to just rattle ever so slightly on the ground beneath you. You wake up to another clear day, a nice cool morning, and you hear some whispers, some soft words from staff downstairs, wondering what's going on. And as some of you who have windows look out, actually you all do in your but in different directions. Rook, in your, thank you so much, Adventure. Have a lovely night. Have you? Only you can see out the window towards the west. You notice the same thing, that there are a good 40 to 50 company coming towards you from a distance towards your position.
And these are all on horseback. Right?
Yeah.
Do I notice anything that would signify the company that they
Perception check from where you are.
No, I can see this from the roof also, yes?
Yes, you do. You're still on the roof, so yes, you would. So making that perception as well, if you'd like.
In my mind's eye, I'm waking up and seeing this.
Yep.
Do you want me to roll disadvantage or
Nope.
something? Okay. Perception. Dirty 20.
Yep.
12.
Okay. Amara, you wake up and you almost
So bright.
a bit the surface underneath you was not the most comfortable, as it turned out, not like your bed, and it takes you a bit to get up and have a look, and you can't quite make out how many there are. But Rook, immediately you notice that they are of Brelish, of the Brelish army, but you don't really understand much more than that. But they are coming towards Pilas Tower.
I don't know that the king's dead, do I?
Shit. Wait, let me message everyone. No.
Thorum, you wake up and you hear this.
Yep. Fine. You can hear us better now, hopefully.
Fantastic. Sorry about the sound issues.
Shit.
You and Gunner, yourself and Gunner, hear the sounds of hooves now, almost thundering towards your position, getting louder and louder.
So I'm going to stick my head out the window. Can I see? I can't see anything though as I look around.
No, your window is facing the opposite direction. You don't hear. Sorry, you don't see anything. No.
Only you could fly.
Like a real dragon.
Can I have his head stuck out the window?
If you reach around, yeah, that's enough. If you really want to lean out, yeah, you can.
I'm going to yell at him, Gunner.
You hear Thorum's voice from outside.
Do I sleep? No.
You've just awoken to the sounds of those galloping hooves as well.
How long have I been sleeping for?
All night.
Where's Kips? Is he with me?
Yep.
Okay. What's that sound? Who's calling?
Oh, I believe that was Thorum. And I do hear the sounds of horses, perhaps? I'm not sure.
I'm gonna get up and head to the window.
Yep.
What do I see?
Perception check for me.
I'm gonna say I'm not wearing that robe yet.
Cool.
Chica wow wow.
Can I ask something?
Mhm.
This is
Yep.
the sheer number of Freeland. Do you want to go?
16.
Cool.
The number of horsemen that are coming towards Pilas Tower. Would I understand that with my knowledge of Breland? That's something different to just a welcoming party. Welcome.
You can make me a history check. You can make me a history check.
Is this kind of a regiment? Almost?
Sure. You can make a history check and have a bit of a memory.
Can it be inside?
Correct.
Wouldn't we be the ones doing the welcoming?
Oh, it's our tower.
Yeah.
Gunner, you hear Thorum calling for you, but you don't see, because you're on the opposite side as well, you don't see any movement from the distance. You don't know where these hoof prints are emanating from. Then Gunner sticks his head out and you can see him.
We should, do you hear that?
I do now. I was sleeping.
There are horsemen approaching. Our money.
What?
That kid's still counting all our money, and I think we're getting attacked.
I look at a watch that doesn't exist on my wrist. Are you sure, Kips? Where's the money?
I believe the boy was still counting it.
Can I hear that?
You were supposed to be watching him.
Well, he went to sleep, so I did as well. I do need my rest as well.
Of course. So he didn't finish.
Not that I recall. He was probably a good tenth of the way through.
How did you get out?
How did I get out?
He get out.
Through the window.
Okay. What?
Is everyone
What?
within 120 feet?
Yes.
I'm going to say in everyone but Dravago, because he's right there.
Mm-hmm.
In all of their heads, there's a lot of horses coming. There's a lot of them. And none of them can respond because none of them can see me.
I will go downstairs though when I hear that.
Okay.
Being that wasn't in my head, I'm gonna, there's a lot of horses.
Yes, these are all friends of ours, actually.
Huh. Shall we welcome them?
I'm joking.
Oh.
We should probably run.
Right.
Let's see what they have to offer.
Alright. You enjoy being scrap metal.
Ooh.
No, I'm joking. Don't say
You're a
that.
box.
Fuck. I'm joking. Don't say that.
Thanks for the box. Bye.
I'm going. We should. Shit. How high is this roof?
It's probably about 8 feet tall.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna jump down now. No, I jump down. I assume by what you're doing, I'm absolutely fine and take no damage. Fantastic. Let's go.
Yeah, there's no damage taken. You land pretty
Wonderful.
safely.
Wonderful.
I will
We should meet the others.
calmly fly down behind her.
All right, let's sort of land steadily. As you both land, these horsemen are still coming towards you. They're probably only about maybe 100 meters away at this point.
Oh shit.
They're coming at you fast.
I'm going inside.
Yep.
Quick, Druhago, get inside.
You can
Just in
see
case.
the staff as they look and they see these 50 odd horsemen just stampeding toward you in that straight line. All but one of them, Norbert in fact, seem to just run in and shut doors and windows behind them. Norbert just looks a bit curiously at them, looks behind and sees you, Dravago, and says, "They're not attacking. They're in a straight line. No horseman can attack like this. They're here for something else, I'm sure."
I tend to agree, and I'll fly up 20, 30 feet, whatever, to get a good vantage point and see if I can perceive any banners or
Okay, perception
if they
check.
have any weapons at the ready.
Sure.
Oh my god, Rock's king!
Ooh. 14.
There are banners that they have on them. A couple of them they look like they're ripped pretty heavily. You can see that a lot of these horsemen have bandages on them, injuries. There seems to be someone leading them in more of a propped up position, but still injured as part of whatever's occurred with them. He still seems to be hurt, but he's holding himself stout and quite commanding looking.
From the ripped banners, can I gauge which fealty they follow?
Breland, definitely Brelish. The blue banner with the towers and the bridge between them signify Shan specifically, but they definitely are of the Brelish force. What they're doing this far out, you're not sure, but they seem to be just coming towards the wall, although they do veer off quickly as you are observing them, and they come towards the gated entrance.
I'll aim to try and meet them at the gate.
Yep. Okay. So you will. Who's where? Amara,
Gone inside.
you've gone inside. You've come outside.
I would have probably come down and met Amara as she comes in.
Yep.
Been looking on from inside.
Yep. What are you two doing, Rook and Gunner?
I would have slowly made my way down to the main foyer.
Okay. So you can watch as, and Dravag, you're the only one outside now with Norbert, in fact. And as you make your way to the gate, you hear this just ground echo, and this ground is shaking beneath your feet. Even 50 horsemen, they're heavily armored, so their footfalls are heavy. And you see them all in plated or chainmail with weapons, some of them broken as well, spears, but all have swords and shields on their back, heavily, and they stop just outside of, and you can hear the horses braying and tired. You can see their eyes darting, and you notice that only the person at the front comes down from the horse and gives it a bit of a pat. This lovely dark brown with like white blotted all over its fur, and he makes his way over to the gate. He calls out, "Pilas Tower! You!" He looks at you directly. "Who lives here?"
Why, Thorum's 5.
Fuck.
"Tell them to leave. Now. Evacuate this place."
I doubt that would be happening at your orders. Who are you?
"Grio, commander of the Brelish. We are about to be under attack."
Then we shall not evacuate, but we can aid you if you change that attitude a bit.
"There are 50 of us. There are thousands of them. It would be wise for you to seek safety behind the walls of Shan."
What are you fleeing from?
"The Valerians. The elves on the horseback. They've gone mad. There's talks that they were heading this way, but then they simply stopped and were not moving anymore, but now they've moved again. Zelago burns. The land of the gnomes. Their cities and towns evacuated and their citizens fleeing from the sudden attacks. We tried our best, but they were caught unawares."
Well, I think perhaps we can offer you shelter and aid, but we shan't be evacuating.
"As you wish. We are simply here to warn." You can see he has this straight black hair down to the shoulders, all around his head. You can see this top knot as well. You can see this face that hasn't slept for days. Although he's a human, he probably doesn't look any older than maybe 40, but he is weary. He almost gives you a bit of a given up look. "As you wish, but it would be wise to leave. That is all I'm saying of the matter."
If you need some assistance, we may be able to treat some of your wounded and tend to your horses.
"Can you do so quickly, Valinor? Their army is only some days behind us. It seems like their intention is to ignore Zelago and head straight for here."
Do you know their numbers?
Our scouts counted in the thousands.
I'll call out to, I guess, maybe Mixade. If Norbert's there, I'll ask him to grab the staff and alert the others.
All right. You can hear Norbert already heard this as well, and already has turned and started to head in.
He's a good buyer. Norbert's a good staff member.
And you can see that
Deserves a raise.
you can see that he has already spoken to you, Amara, Thorum, and Gunnar, and has told you exactly what this commander has said. And he's moving his way through, starting to tell the staff to collect personal belongings, food for travel, horses, things like that. And you can see the staff are rounding up that information around with everybody.
I'm going to turn to whoever's closest to me in the party, which would be...
That'd be Thorn.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
Yes, I agree. We don't think we can hold this place against the army.
Not a chance. Sean, it is... Oh my gosh. Tell Regav not to come here.
Very well. I will begrudgingly use sending.
Also, tell Parizo not to come here.
Jeez. Teresa will be who will live.
No! Forward.
See, this is why I didn't tell you.
And as you speak those words, you hear a, "Oh hey, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to spend the night." And
Regav, we need to leave.
Okay, well, it was great being here and seeing this place again. No, really, why?
No, Jen, Regav.
You look behind you and you see that he is a bit sort of dirt on the face. You can see that his hands look, he's like on the side. He looks a little bit slanted, a little bit tired, but he looks pleased to see you nonetheless.
Regav, I say this with every seriousness that I've ever said. And I know I'm not easy to take seriously. But we need to leave immediately. Because otherwise, like, a whole army is coming to kill us.
Who?
You and us.
I'm not an army.
No, what? It doesn't matter. Let's tell you when we get back to Sharn. Let's go to your shop.
Well, Sharn isn't the most safe at the moment. There are looters and
That's
people
right.
coming out from
Regav! We don't have time! Michaela looks shocked. We don't have time to discuss this. I'm going to message everyone within their minds and say, get the fuck downstairs. We need to leave now.
Can we respond?
Gunnar can respond.
I'm making my way down the stairs.
I'm heading to that room I left all that money in.
Okay, sure. Okay, so you just head down towards, is it the teleportation room you're trying to get to, or where are you trying to go? Yeah.
Oh, I'm waiting for these guys.
Okay,
So that we can
alright.
all gather together and
Okay.
Just to confirm, the captain of this brigade said that the army was days behind.
A couple of days.
So I'll casually walk through the front door, and if I can see anything going on, I'll inform them. Yeah. The captain said that this attacking army is days behind.
days behind, maybe. However, let's get out of here.
Yeah, but I don't think there's immediate concern. Maybe we should gather everyone, find out, maybe take care of the staff. We do have the teleportation circle. We can maybe get Mixade and her children to safety. I did have to watch a fleet of airship crew perish at one point. I'd prefer not to leave maybe the less poignant characters behind again
Characters.
in our stories.
What's going on?
Norbert!
Yes, well, it seems the one of the staff, this older gentleman, hooked nose, older, turns to you immediately and says, "I believe we are unsafe here now. Valinar has sent their armies through Zelago, it seems. It seems as though they had been waiting for something. We're not sure what. We're not sure why they're attacking. But because they are allies to the British. A bit loose allies, but there were some trade agreements. Why they're attacking now is anyone's guess. But if they are coming in their thousands, then we are in danger here. Sharn is most likely the safest point at the moment."
I'd love to sit here for days while we wait for an army to come and kill us all. However, I think if we have a head start, that's always a nice benefit. So if we could leave, that would be good. I understand your point. I think we should also do this, but maybe not us personally. Maybe we can find other people to do this for us.
This sounds familiar. This is exactly what Obradin did last time.
Do you think maybe this...
Sorry.
Do you think maybe this is a retaliation to you severing ties with him?
Oh, it's not a retaliation. It's something he's planning. Where's Dandelion?
You haven't seen him yet this morning, but to your understanding, he was going to start today sometime organising those defences.
I'm looking at
Rest in peace.
what's his name again? The staff member.
Norbert.
Have you seen him?
The gnome?
Yes.
Did you read the comments?
Yeah.
Um,
Chris.
the spellcaster was sleeping
Wake him.
very well, and he walks off.
We have ways of defending this place. We've enlisted someone to do that.
Do you think that the defenses that one person puts up can defend against potentially thousands? Because I'm going to be honest, Anna, I don't want to be here to find out.
It's not about fighting. It's hiding. We can make this place undetectable.
I'm not willing to risk it.
We can leave at a moment's notice. We have a teleportation circle. I agree with Travago. We should definitely evacuate all non-essential staff, but we can leave at a moment's notice. They can't follow us. And I would really like to stop this before it goes any further. This sounds like Obradin. We can't allow him to continue to do this.
Having not been privy to the conversations of the night before, what? Obradin's doing?
I told you both that he severed ties with Obradin.
Yeah, but not about
No.
armies.
Oh, sorry, right, yes.
The attack on Shan was Obradin.
As in controlling these armies.
Yes.
Then, as horrible as it is, these armies don't seem under their own volition attacking. I would like to avoid unnecessary killing if that is an option.
That's where Dandelion comes in. We need to figure out how to put a stop to this.
As go on.
I do a Thulrum, and I just go, the king is dead.
Yeah, I didn't really react to that last night.
What?
The king's dead.
How?
Thulrum, tell him.
Mine's still there. Just like, okay. He got shot in the neck with an arrow.
But the
That's
point
it?
is,
Yes. Oh, well, then the wall collapsed beneath him. I assume.
How do you know this?
Osei told me.
I physically wince at the name.
was Osei there?
Yes.
You
She
win
and
some.
some others had remained behind to defend the city.
As in, she physically saw the king perish?
No, she told it in such a way that she told it with certainty. As though she were there, but I did not question her.
Nothing is what it seems right now. I'm going to sit down.
Gunnar.
I'm sitting down and meditating.
Okay, go on.
Gunnar may be onto something. Osei mentioned that the city changed somewhat before it was besieged. Towers moved. Things just varied slightly.
All the more reason to go there.
I
Do
agree.
you not want to see the Temple of Ado and make sure it's okay?
Yes.
I know I want to see... I already know my temple's fucked, but I want to make sure that it's not worse.
I agree. I think we should go. But first we should
trying.
secure all of our valuables and maybe strip this place also of its valuables. If we have time. This is obviously This is not the first time I've had to flee an impending army.
Can I just say, I can appreciate where you're coming from with the money and the valuables. None of that is worth dying for.
It's in this next room right here. Ready to go.
Yeah, well, if it took a young boy all night to count it, then it's gonna take us a long time to put into a bag. I get that the army is days behind, but we're standing here. You guys all have your dicks in your hands. Let's just go. Let's get out of the danger. We're standing here waiting for it to come to us. No, let's go before it gets here. There are bigger things to fight for. Obradin, we can find ourselves. Don't you want to make sure Aaron Kenneth gets to safety? That's not here.
That's
Don't you want to make sure that the temple is safe, that everyone there? We're not going to do that unless we leave.
Amara, you need to be calm.
I'm done with being calm. There's heaps of people coming here.
I know, and like I said, we can leave as soon as we need to. But we don't need
All
to...
of us?
Yeah.
Everyone in this household?
We can start evacuating them now.
Well, you don't have to do that.
Fuck
And you can
no.
see that the gnome has just been gradually moving closer and closer to you. And in his hand, he's holding quite a particularly large scroll you haven't seen before. It's a beautiful purple and green and yellow parchment that's continually changing color in his hand. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone today? Good. Excellent. I'm so glad. Well, I have something you might enjoy. You say you don't want to leave. You don't have to leave. And I agree. For a small sum, I can make this entire place unseen. Any invaders or intruders will simply pass by, not even knowing that we are here.
How much?
Just so you know, I am not untoward in my genuine offer. I will get our trusty, arcane, powerful person here to read what it is. And he holds out the scroll for you to take. Do you want to open it up?
Yeah, I'll have it unfold in front of me.
Okay. As it does, you get the sense that this is a spell powerful. True. Make an Arcana check for me. You know what it is?
It's 19 plus...
Oh, plus lots.
Lots. 5, so 24.
The spell reads of an illusionary, powerful charm called Mirage Arcane. And it speaks in the spell, in its description, of making a vast area completely different in appearance to what it actually is. Can change buildings to look different, and keep it intact. This particular spell can last 10 days.
How long does it take to cast?
Mere minutes.
Okay.
So, you've seen what it can do,
Okay, it's true.
and you know it's not to be a falsehood. So, shall we negotiate?
So, how much?
Well,
I cast it. It's in front of me, yes.
it is in front of you.
Yes. I cast it immediately.
Okay. Absolutely. It takes 10 minutes. Thank you so much, Raging
Oh,
Rolls.
Raging Rolls.
Thank you very, very much. That's very kind.
Hey,
Welcome.
let me just interject
Please.
this moment, if that's okay.
Sure.
Because I literally just found this out in my DMs because they just DM'd me personally.
Yeah.
Tune in on Thursday this week at 8:30 p.m. to Raging Rolls channel, where I'm going to be guest starring on a one-shot with
Oh,
Raging
sweet.
Rolls.
Oh, that's amazing. Nice.
In Candlekeep. So,
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, 100%.
Amazing. All right. Amazing. Thank you so
that
much.
literally just happened. Cheers.
Fantastic. Tune in on Thursday. Fantastic. We'll put that in the tweet. In a tweet, I would imagine.
I
So
literally
everyone.
saw it and I was like,
So good. How would you like the terrain to look?
Well, if it's going to take 10 minutes, I don't know if you'd let me get away with that. I was expecting it to be more of like a minute casting.
What does it look like when you're casting?
Well, I don't know.
No, I guess what you might
Like
what I think you're trying to say is like, what does it look like when you're casting any spell?
It depends on the spell if there is a verbal component or not, but usually it's...
This will be verbal and somatic.
If I notice Gunnar starting to talk and wave his hands,
Mm-hmm.
I'll interject in Gnomish.
Okay.
And start to, I guess, try and take the spotlight off what he's doing.
Sorry, before you finish, what's the radius of this spell? Like,
Um,
sorry, the range.
Up to a mile square.
Okay.
Quite expansive.
In that case, you can do that as well.
Go on.
I'm just going to
Yep. Start casting.
cast fly, and I will take it, and I'll fly straight out the door.
Before you cast a spell.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Go on.
He just bolts out.
That's going in the corner of my eye. I'll try to grab his attention in Gnomish and surely you need a place to hide from all this impending doom as well. Who are you, by the way?
Who am I?
Yes.
Well, what? And he just sees you with the scroll just go flying out the door. As he does that, and as you fly out, you see Travago that he goes, "Ah!" And you see him just quickly mumble something under his breath and do the same and start to fly quickly out. And Gunnar, you look behind you and you notice that very close behind is this gnome that is in pursuit.
Can I also pursue with the
Yes,
flying boots?
yes, you can. Yep.
I'm gonna go next door and start loading our money into the bag.
All right. So you head into, and you
once again with his priorities.
you unlock the door.
Hang
Did
out.
you see where my assumption of Thorin came from last night?
Thank you, Super Dan. Welcome. You race. You do go into that room, unlock the door, open it, and you see inside about a 9th of the 10th way through, counting all of this coin and stacking them very neatly. You see the boy again, and he looks towards you as the door opens. Hi.
So awesome.
I walk up to him gently and I say, "No need to worry, little boy. There's a massive army of evil elves coming for you in this place and your entire life.
And
You're in
he
great danger. Great danger.
He
You
just-
must leave now."
just flings the coin out of his hand. You can hear it just go clink, 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 all the way around the room. And he trips over already stacked coin that just flies onto the ground.
What the hell?
And he grabs hold of the railing and
Chaos King.
and hits the window outward, and it just flies out. And he just with one
Can I grab the boy and try and stop him?
ooh, make a dexterity check against his. He's wrangly. Let's see. Not bad roll.
You can use strength.
Can I use my strength?
No, dex.
Eat a dick, Fred.
16.
Nah. He's a bit quicker than you. He scampers out and disappears.
I yell after him, we've set up an escape for you.
You hear nothing. You do hear something. Ah, Mom! And that's it.
I look at Thor and I'm like,
No, you did you follow him?
is he not in the next room? Can I not see him from
He
here?
went down the hall into the left
Did I
out of
see the
sight.
kid?
No, he's outside. You do hear a... he's out the back, you're at the front, so no.
Well, then I was going to say, Thor, what the fuck, but I won't.
I'm going to immediately start loading the coin up.
Okay, yep. Just start to completely just wrangle all of it, and we'll get back. It doesn't take you too long, but because you're not counting it, you're just shoveling it into the bag of holding. The count unfinished, unfortunately.
I'll ask him how much he got through, then times that by 9.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
In pursuit, Travago is behind this gnome who is behind Dandelion and who is behind Gunnar. What are you doing?
I'm flying up.
Okay. How are you holding this mage hand? Okay, I'm gonna have to get you to make a strength check with your mage hand because it's another force attempts to pull it away from you, as this gnome does have a couple of tricks up its sleeve. Give that back. We will negotiate.
So I'm using my spell
Yep.
modifier?
Yep.
Or spell attack?
Spell modifier.
Spell modifier.
A 1. Oh, yep. And with that, you see this parchment easily escape your grasp and go into this other semi-translucent form of another hand and get shot straight back to the gnome, who simply drops and gives you a and with a quick wave just descends like in falling speed. At the last moment, he lands safely on the ground and looks up at you.
Oh, I will follow him.
Follow him, yeah. As he looks up, you see him just... Okay.
I will plummet.
All right, he grabs it, folds it quickly, and is about to put it into his this long yellow cloak as you land as well.
As soon as he's about 10 feet from the ground, I will cast Hold Person.
Okay. Spell DC 17.
Yeah. Alright, yeah.
That's all right. Let me see what is wisdom. Wisdom saving throw, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. What's his bonus? Let's find out.
Oh, it's 0. It's easy, I can tell you.
You can tell me? That's
Yeah.
great. I'm so glad. Oh, I think I have this here, actually. Yes, I've saved that for it. Oops, there it is. There and there. Where's my album? There it is.
La 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 la. Buffering music.
Da,
Da
da,
da 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 da. Do a dance with Kelly as you find your note. There's no redemption there, but if you could just do it, that'd be fun.
Michaela dance.
I thought you were advertising cars.
Yeah.
I'm here. Come by me. 5K. Drive away. Come get the
Jeez.
Pegasus.
I can confirm that for $5, Rook will drive away.
Oh my god. Oh, we got a little. Who's dancing, John?
Oh fuck! He actually did it. Yeah, that's for you, Michele. Thank you. Please dance. Thank you, John.
He's the one we need to make time for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Wow, that's
you're
like
from
walk
Friends
like
all
an
of a sudden.
Egyptian.
Walk like an
That is the
Egyptian.
Zoolander, isn't it?
Yeah, that was very Zoolander. Oh fuck! Don't ever do that
It's
again.
more poignant on camera.
Oh,
that was beautiful.
God.
Hold on.
That was
That was really good.
Yeah.
That was
For the
bluest
first time
seal.
in knowing you, Michele, I'm slightly attracted to you.
Oh god. I should stop doing that right now then.
yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you trying to say?
Thank you. I appreciate the do a little dance. Meets beats.
Zoolander dance?
So he just yes, yeah, that is very true, D20.
Everyone's campaign rejected.
Hey everyone, you all need to do a cheese swirl dance, whatever you make that to be,
Cheese
so
swirl.
go for it.
I did swell before.
She's well.
Nice.
While this is going on, if I'm pursuing,
Yes? And you
I'll
do
do
descend very close behind.
I'm good.
Gunnar, where's your cheese swirl?
I don't know what to do.
The best part about that was the whole time that I was doing that. Show Sheldon's going, I'm Gouda.
Call me Gouda.
Amazing.
I hate this game so much.
Go on.
If I could, at this point, is he considered a hostile creature?
Who? Gunner or?
No. Yes. What's it? Dandelion.
No, he's not.
Okay.
It looks as though he's just trying to take back what's his.
Well, then I won't try and use something that I'll probably never use ever again.
Cool.
But I will fly and dash and try to grapple him.
Okay.
He's been dropping.
Dandelion?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a grapple check as you attempt to grab hold as he
Does that mean he
lands.
can use strength?
Yes.
With my new gauntlets of
Yes.
Ogre Strength.
We'll try and use his acrobatics to get out of it.
Which
Go on.
is still not great.
While the others are
13.
distracted, I'm going to very deliberately look for Rook.
4? For who?
Rook.
Rook? Okay. Where are
I
you?
also want to say something to Rook since I'm in the same room as him.
Just as you do,
Are you?
he
Yes.
does manage to wrangle his way out of that grapple and turn in a very acrobatic way, underneath your arms and just out of your reach.
I suppose that'd be my actions.
Yep. What are you three doing? Well,
Did you not come downstairs?
I'm in my own room.
Yeah,
at the moment.
Rook,
I'm
yeah.
okay, so
you heard hoof prints and that's it.
maybe
I
an hour
spoke to him in his
ago, I couldn't hear you.
You couldn't reply.
But could you see
No, I
Rook? though?
definitely couldn't hear.
I don't need to see.
Oh, you don't need
He
to
just
see.
needs to be within 120
Yeah, cool.
feet. So he heard it.
That wasn't made.
That's right. But you did hear it.
Well, as far as I know,
Yeah.
I'm in the lowest area in that alchemy. Fell asleep there.
Yep.
Heard the horse hooves.
Yep.
I rolled a nat 1 with the 3, so not concerned about it.
Not really.
Just kind of like muddling around in the alchemy lab. Just like, cool.
Yep.
What's going on?
You're not even concerned when you hear me in your mind?
I do hear that.
Yes, you do.
Okay. So how far back we going?
That's all right. You can respond if you want to or do something.
Can
Well,
I respond?
you can't respond, but
Okay.
Or you can respond with what you want to do.
I literally said to you, I was like, we need to get the fuck out of here. Like,
In which case, I would have come out of the cellar then.
Then in that case, you do see and hear the majority of what's been said. So Norbert coming out and the horseman and the pursuit of Dandelion as well is in front of you. If you want to do anything else at the moment.
I'm a little bit perplexed. What? So
you've been here this whole time.
okay, so I've walked out. I'm in the foyer now.
Yep.
Dandelion was like, yo, I can protect this place, but for lots of money. And Gunnar was like, nah, fuck you, I'm stealing this spell. And him and Dravago flew off through the window, and then Thorum's gone to count money, and it's just you and I standing here like, what the fuck's going on?
And I know the king's dead.
You know the king's dead.
Yeah. You were
Because
told.
I said,
Oh.
by the way, guys, the king's dead.
Yeah.
Okay. With everything going on, then
Rook's like,
yeah, I'm having a seizure.
See you later.
I'm going to let Amara take the lead. I have no idea what's going
at
on.
this point, like,
Hey, good
watching like Rook's perplexed face and knowing that he was probably the closest to the king out of all of us, and like all of this weird shit that's going on, I guess I'm gonna grab him by the face, not intimately, like I'm just gonna gently grab his face and just be like, Rook, you spoke to me once of sacrifice. This is not something I'm willing to sacrifice myself for. An army of people coming towards us that we do not need to die for. We have so much more to do, and that's not here. I think we need to leave, and we need everyone to come with us. I'm not going to chase some motherfucker around this house for a spell when we can just get out of here. This place is not worth dying for.
It's just you and I at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
And wait. You
Right
thought
around. like,
Attempting to
motherfucker.
grapple some dirty gnome.
Thorum?
Once I collect the gold, I do want to come back because I'm
So you see me grabbing his face.
Pretty much.
Did I hear what you said?
The very last bit.
What happened with the staff?
They're still in their own little world, packing things up, putting things away. Any fresh food they're storing in a cold room in a basement.
So we're not in immediate danger. We're being told to evacuate.
Essentially,
And
correct.
there's the captain of the guard that's outside.
Yeah.
Okay, in which case I'm going to go... Amara, you're right. Captain.
He's still outside, having a look within, and seeing this chaos that's happening. But Griot is just observing, so he's a little bit of a ways off. He's at the front gate still, so you can go out if you'd like.
I definitely want to get to you before we go out to speak to that guy. I would move with intent. If I saw you moving out to get to that guy, I would call out to stop you.
Why are you here?
So are you moving out to the commander?
Yeah, we're in a fenced off area though.
So-
He's outside.
Yep.
If I see you moving towards him, I definitely want to call out to you.
Before-
Before you can get to that guard.
Yeah.
Captain of the guard.
I'm moving towards him because I've had little contact with anybody in this group.
Sure. Are you acknowledging Thorum, or are you just ignoring him?
Who's yelling out, I'll turn.
Yep.
I'm saying, and if I can move towards you, I'm going to say very lowly, Rook, you mustn't tell them that you have the crown.
Well, he doesn't have to.
I don't have the crown.
You don't have it anymore? Where is it?
That's not a conversation to have out loud.
Alright.
Is that are we talking out loud or?
As I understand it, you still have it or had it within your... No?
It's now gone.
Is that something Thorum...
Do you want him to roll a
Hang on,
sleight of
as
hand
a
or-
player, is that something Thorum would know? Or should know?
It depends on if Rook has been forthright and forthcoming in what you've been telling your
I
companions.
don't know if my
I
companions
actually
know
think
that
you,
I don't
may,
think-
you may not have actually been physically present.
When I
for
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Correct.
Brilliant. In that case, so as far as Thorum's concerned, you still have it.
No, I think
I never
like,
took it.
you may
Oh,
not have
me.
physically
Yeah.
been present for
That's
that
right.
Right,
episode.
but Thorum knows you don't have it any longer.
You don't
No,
even know
he
I
don't
took
even
it.
know he had it in the first
Yeah.
place.
That's
I was
right.
there when the king gave it to you, wasn't
I think it was a
He's
personal
passed it on.
conversation.
He's passed it.
I? Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Thorum doesn't know that
Yeah.
because he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'd still consider that you have the crown because I've seen you be handed it. I didn't see you pass it on.
Sounds about right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
In that case,
okay,
I
hang
proceed
on.
as
We were
I
all
was
there.
I
We
No,
were.
it was
I was
just
in-
Amara and Gunnar there because it was in the week off in Shan where you jousted with.
It was where you went your separate ways, of course. So you didn't even know he was given it.
Ah, okay.
Correct.
But
In that
you weren't
case-
physically in that.
In
Correct.
that case, you and I were just standing there like,
In
what the
that
fuck's
case,
he doing?
never mind. So I never knew he had it.
Nope.
My apologies.
That's okay. That's all right.
In that case, I'm going to say you must be very careful around these Breland soldiers. With the king dead, there's a military rule in the city. And
Is this
so-
out loud?
No, I say very, very lowly while he's still over
Oh,
there
okay, yeah.
observing.
Yeah. I nod. And I approach to the wall, I guess.
There's a gate, so you can see him. Then the gate's closed.
How did you make it here? If Valinair is attacking Shan.
And you are
Rook.
one of the 5. One of this Thorum's 5.
Are you not a servant of the king?
I am. And this is what I say. Evacuate. Get your people to safety. For this place will be ruined by the time they get here.
Do you know what this place is?
Pilas Tower.
And you're not aware of the 5?
We've been out west for some time. Our patrols do not make it back to the city to hear news unless we have direct contact with the king and messages from superiors in Shan.
Show him the newspapers.
Show him the news. And you count yourself amongst the king's
Own.
correct? And you know not of us.
I'm sorry, no. I assume you live here, or you are staff. I say again, before I leave this place with my soldiers.
We've been on errand for some time now. How did the Valerians make it through to where we are right now? There's at least 2 areas that they need to make it through.
Swiftly, by ship, and along the coast, but raiding as they go.
So, from my understanding, the horsemen came from the north, yeah?
Valinar is here.
Yeah.
So, from what is...
Pilas House is just in the lower part of Breland, so if they came from the water, it would have been below from the south.
So they have come somewhere from here, across Dargoon and Zalago, either by ship around the bottom.
Okay. So you fought your way through Dargoon and Zalago?
Fought their way, or just snuck their way through, yes. We're not sure. We're not sure how their surprise attacks made the...
Thousands of men snuck their way through Dargoon and Zalago.
Not necessarily. Dargoon, yes, but Dargoon is not heavily populated, so it is swamp. So it is unlikely they were detected anyway.
Am I to remember that Zalago is actually a place that's full of spies and information keepers?
Yes. But Dargoon is swampland for the majority. Lizardmen are the predominant race, and the cities and villages are few and far between.
You're telling me Zalago didn't notice your movements through, or notice Valerian movements through?
They did. They were most heavily hit. They tried to resist, but they were surprised. Zorenberg, Trollenport, those cities still stand.
And what of Rote?
Rote is... I'm not sure.
And Usaya?
Nusai was hit.
And what of it?
We haven't received any word yet.
Have you been bothered to go?
Our scouts have been sent. No replies, however. There were another 20 men that I've sent out to understand if we can have reinforcements. And they have gone to Nusaya, amongst other places. Some have tried to infiltrate the ships so that they do not have a means to return back to their home.
If you're here to drop a message off, then it's been loud and clear.
Very well, I will take my leave then. I apologize if I've disturbed you.
Do I hear him taking his leave?
Yep.
Before you go, you said you hadn't heard of us. You don't know who we are.
Fucking hell, Fulgrim.
Wait, man. You've had no news then from anywhere else.
Our missions are kept under secret guard. Therefore, where we travel, we don't make too much contact with too many people, apart from the missions that we are given.
But you know of the king.
We know... Well, I don't understand.
The king has died. Bravely in battle.
I've heard Shan was under siege. We received that message some time ago. But your news must be false. I would recheck that. We received a message from him only a day or so ago. Directly.
The news is recent. I do not know how recent.
Well then, I would reconsider your source.
It came last night by magical means.
Perhaps your contact is misled, or did not see this firsthand.
He's a cleric of great trust. Spoke to the king herself.
He sort of gives you this hardened look. A veteran stare, and it's resolute. Very well. I'll take what you have told me under consideration and plan for that contingency. Is there anything else you wish to impart?
Yes. Do I have an understanding of the staff members that are living in the... How many? 30?
Yes.
You're to accompany the members here of Pilas Towers back to Shan.
We're not going back to Shan. Not immediately. And their travel should be a direct route. We are planning on telling the other villagers between here and Shan to evacuate. No one else can.
Have you come by Mistmarsh?
Yes, we've let them know.
And what of that place?
They seem to be taking our heed seriously, unlike some people. We have seen this army. They are warriors, proud warriors. The elves, they worship their ancestors who died in battle. They still live in their spirit. Their horses are strong. They will come at you without remorse, without heart, with battle-raging song. And their spears and their sword will sing as they cut through you.
Perhaps.
That is the warning I will give.
You should take heart. You're stirring upon the fight right now. We've dealt with much more.
That I believe. You seem hardened yourselves. Fearless, which is something to honor.
If it's been a while since you've been to Shan, you should leave one of your men here so we can take them with us.
Why?
To inform the king. You say he's alive?
Very well. I will see to my second, and I will need to see this with my own eyes. I will stay.
Let it be done then.
He gives you a quick nod and goes back to his troop.
Before you go, see these people here from Pilas Towers as far as you can. They are of the king's men. Personal servants.
Could we,
Make a persuasion check on that one.
Do I get advantage? Because it was actually...
It's the truth, but this person has jobs to do.
I'm gonna lean.
Persuasion?
Yep. Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna say, could we not use the teleportation circle in the basement?
Yeah, we can't get too many of them out there. Oh, D&D? Or in RP? Or...
In RP.
Oh, okay. That's a 12.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought you could only take a limited number.
I think Gunnar knows how to use the circle.
He's flying around right now.
You can see behind you that there is this pursuit happening. There's these three are just going up and down and grappling and just escaping each other. This commander is not taking any distraction. He's just focused on you. Where you hear this happening.
Which one was the plan?
Oh, they're all the gnome. They're all dandelion.
Just double checking.
Yep.
I'm not sure. I thought the plan was to use the circle, but I don't know how to use the circle.
If we can't use the circle, I can teleportably say to
We've got Regav here.
I'm sorry.
Use the circle.
Is the response. I cannot spare a delay. And we do not have any spare horses. All of my men must accompany in case the defenses of other villages are needed. I'm sorry.
We can send someone back. We'll send someone back to bring them through the circle.
And what was your name?
Griot.
Griot?
Is that like a type of cheese?
No. It's not Gruyere. It's Griot.
Smoked Griot.
At this point, I'm going to look at Regav and be like, I'm sorry for shouting at you.
No, it's all right. It sounds like there's a bit of happening
alive.
around here. What?
Tharizo's alive.
He just looks at you.
I'm going to explain more to you very, very shortly. You were right. He's a really great guy. Could you please message him and tell him not to come here and stay in Shan?
Yeah.
Stay in Shan.
Yeah. That's.
Regav now.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's done.
Thank you. Where's Travago and Gunnar.
It's good to hear from you too, Frizo.
Is Norbert still on?
Norbert is still gathering some things, telling staff, what to collect, what's important, what's not, gathering animals outside, and he's just moving quickly around the manor.
I'll, Amara, I'm not too sure of how well they will fare. If we can teleport them out of here, obviously this will be advantageous.
Oh, I think we should get everyone out of here, but I think if we're going to do that, we need to start now, and we need to start with us. I know that's not what you want to hear.
We can look after one another. These people can't.
You're right. But we have bigger missions to face.
If we can make an opening for them, we can get a couple of us out. There's only a few of us.
We can't separate, Brooke.
We can get enough of us out. As in up to 8. And there's only 5 of us. If we can get the teleportation active.
We have Rega.
I can do it.
Then let's
I'm so happy all the time.
stop.
Although I'm really worried right now. It's just the way I talk.
I'm sorry, your tone is so confusing.
Is Norbert around?
He's come back to the dining room, yes.
Norbert.
Yes, sir. Very good, sir.
Here's 200 gold.
Oh no, sir. I cannot take any more. It's just too much. I've already said that
This is for the rest of the staff of Pilas Towers. You're going to be heading to Shan, and they're going to need to have support.
They can find some friends or family.
Take this money and support who you can
Very
when
well.
you come across them. Shan is in a bad way.
We'll find our the safest places to hide.
I can tell you of a few.
Very well.
A place called the Cog and Fresh, which was renamed the Five.
Mm-hmm.
Five's Rest.
Yes.
There you're going to find a lot of people.
That's splendid.
Speak of us.
Hmm.
And possibly of our exploits. And you might find a lot of allegiances there.
Thank you.
And I give him 200 gold pieces.
Okay. We'll start making our way now, sir. And
Remember, you can always find that drow as well if you need to do something desperate.
yes. As you finish that, you have not been able to grab the gnome. Gunnar, you're right there. You're both on him, very, very close.
Didn't he escape us?
Yep, he stepped back a couple of steps, scroll in hand. What's the meaning of this? Why subterfuge?
You're selfish.
Selfish? I am a businessman, and a businessman is never selfish. He seeks profit, and this is in your best interest.
I'll say in Gnomish, forgive our veracity to get this scroll of you, but time is of the essence and lives are at stake.
And you're wasting it. It could have been cast by now.
You'll be compensated, but if no one is left to pay you, then how will you get money?
Yes. Good point. Well, what do you want then?
Let him cast the spell, and we shall talk about payment.
What, you give me 1 gold piece for it? You cast it? You simply vanish from existence?
I'll reach into the bag of holding where I still have the king's chest, which has 1,500 gold left.
Now, who has the bag of holding? Because Thorum, you had it to put the gold in?
I've got...
Oh, you got your own, of
my
course,
one,
of course. Sorry, go on.
It had still had the king's chest in it.
Yes.
Still had 1,500 because we spent 2,000 of it on the
Yep.
shackles.
Yep.
Yikes.
And I'll tip out 500 to start with. Say, this can start the negotiation, but He needs to cast a spell now. There are lives at stake.
Persuasion check.
Nat 1!
Not quite.
I see 2 digits.
We got legs 11 with a +1, so
Legs
12.
11?
Yeah,
What?
bingo.
Bingo!
12.
Okay.
I'd be cool that you're still defender bingo.
Better than Meow Meow.
This scroll and my time deserves more. What else can you offer?
Your life.
No, it's been threatened so much since I've come here. I wonder if it's even worth it.
Who's threatened your life?
It's been alluded to by this dragonborn.
I can't speak for Thorum, but I'm suggesting if you don't follow through with this, we'll all die.
I have means of disappearing from here. They will not find me. But 500, you say, to start. To start,
To start, if you speed this up, and I'll pull an emerald that I also kept to the side from that chest.
I don't want to do business with this person anymore.
It's not about business at the moment. It's about the livelihood of the people who live here at this tower.
Listen to this forged. He speaks correctly. Think more than what negotiation and business mean. I will
You're the
then...
person who's speaking business.
We speak the same language. Now, emerald I will take. And then I will cast a spell. And then we will discuss this more.
I speak many languages.
I don't doubt it. And he snatches the emerald from you. What do you want this place to look like? Ocean, a lake, plains, a mountain. I can make anything.
I'll look to Gunnar to answer that. Did you have something in mind when you wanted to cast a spell?
The graveyard.
Fuck.
Idea.
It won't look out of place. It will be natural.
Then make it so.
Engage. Now.
Engage!
I
He-
hate this guy.
Right, Captain McCarthy.
This is a new Revolo. Like,
And he immediately moves around the space in the courtyard and starts and unfurls this scroll in a similar fashion to what you did, just in front of him, levitating. And as he speaks these words, slowly the words on the parchment glow, and you can see that the ends of each parchment do sway ever so slightly, though the wind has ceased. You look and you see that the walls, even though you know that they're still there, you see them slowly start to melt, as though there's a secondary vision in front of you. And then the ground beneath you, on either side of you, starts to be disturbed as small pillars of stone start to rise, some of them larger than others, that have fake, non-existent names on the base on plaques, and the ground is illusionarily disturbed as though a body is buried within. And you watch as the manor behind you starts to look different as well, more ramshackled, more in ruin. Looking around, you notice that dust, cobwebs, just general desecration. As you can see, coffins start to be seen where there was a table, and other statues and dead plants and greys and blacks and browns just take over your surrounding and start to become more and more prevalent. The commander walks in, armor still on, looking around and just watching the gnome do his magic. Ragav disappears for a moment and comes back and essentially lets you all know that the teleportation circle is in the process of being restored again and ready for another transport. Norbert, at this point, has gathered everyone who has backpacks, horses, saddles, and a small cart with belongings as well, ready to travel. The rest of the men start to make their way away from Pilas Tower and disappear behind... Thank you, John. Have a great night. Thank you. And disappear behind the forest perimeter, out of sight, to warn other villagers. And in the distance, in the east, the dust cloud of horsemen, the army of strong soldiers in number, become more visible, more imposing, and closer. And that's it. We'll end it there. Cool. Thank you.
I think, like, just a quick extra clap for the fact that we managed to throw this stream together.
Yes.
At the
This was
last
very
minute, if
difficult to
that's
put
okay.
together.
Ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Just ridiculous. Wow. Yeah. Thank you everybody for putting up with the new, very quickly, made out layout. I'm so glad we could still do the stream though. That
Your
was
computer, Ben.
yeah.
Let anyone-
Stronger than the average pewter.
If anyone enjoyed this layout,
Oh yeah.
maybe that's
Yeah, interesting. Obviously, Amara's like, no. It looks like, but
I like looking you in the eyes.
yeah, okay, fair.
You to bring your stuff and that works.
Well, look, it's definitely what works. We can always. I was going to say role play it, but no. We can always just do testing and stuff like that. Good. Well, code word is out. It was a word which I'm not going to repeat because you're going to have to just watch the stream again to catch up on it.
We learned how to rerun.
That's it. Learn how to rerun. Catch Amara on Thursday with Raging Rolls. Thanks so much, Raging Rolls, for
excellent.
the
looking forward to
inclusion. That would be great.
That'll be fun. I'm excited.
I'll be working,
I've
unfortunately,
been
but
begging them to be a part of, like, to do something with them for so long.
good.
And
Good.
honestly, like, my time management is so poor that I haven't been able to organise anything. So.
I apologise in advance.
Organised
Raging
quite a
Rolls. You might have a couple of couch goblins watching Amara.
Oh, you won't even know that they're there.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. Well, if that's all, then we're going to make an exit. Thank you, everybody. And I can't believe another week's gone by, but we'll see how we go.
This week go really quickly, please.
Yes. Oh, you! I thought you put your hand up.
I flicked my phone.
Fantastic. Have an amazing night, everybody.
Flick
Take
the phone
care.
out, guys.
Flick the phone out, guys.
Flick it out.